said the Bruins.
No, I said because of Bobby Orr.
Okay, get to 9 o'clock. Damn, this Maryland game got away quick. Yeah, get to. Well, I'm just saying for this discussion, I'm pretty sure there are way more important discussions that need to go on the first 2 hours.
But apparently, it's not just if this discussion is already heated like that.
Well,
we got on air.
Chris hates old people, and I'm an old person.
You're old.
He hates original 6 hockey teams.
Better if you got to pick between them. You tell them no to Tom Brady all you want.
I understand that, but it ain't just about Tom Brady. Again, 90s rappers, you got to take everybody with it. So you got to bring Tony Eason and Mosi Tatubu.
And then why are we kicking out the White Sox then? You hate old baseball team.
Shoeless Joe Jackson, man. They have brought the most shame to baseball in their history.
Yeah, but
the Black Sox scandal.
But they have history. They got a World Series title.
Okay,
they have 7. Don't they have how many?
One.
Okay. And they had the most recent title in Chicago, I believe. And they probably
Blackhawks.
Yeah, the Blackhawks. They had the White Sox. By the way,
okay.
The Bulls had a nice run from 90 to 97.
I know.
98. Okay,
they still,
that's 8 years.
And a nice. You know what? I'm calling 6 titles more than a nice run.
So we might as well. So you want to kick out the Cubs then? Go ahead and say it. Kick out the Cubs.
No way.
Why not?
Get to 9 o'clock.
Whoa.
Why not? What have they done?
You are incurring the wrath, boy. You hear me? Do you know any Chicago sports fans? Do we have Chicago sports fans on the Most Sports Facebook page?
We'll find out.
I know one.
Okay, we need to get these.
Might be able
we
to
need,
you.
Okay, we need to get these questions to the social media.
I'll send it out to them.
Okay.
Good evening. Most Sports Talks in the building. After Party Studios on the A side, where the A stands for
apples.
Affirmative.
Today's for apples. Today is affirmative. Affirmative apples.
Affirmative apples.
Speaking of Montana.
And
or Capo Monday,
action, which means action Bronson.
Or Capo Monday.
Yes. Is it 8 o'clock yet? Is it 8 o'clock yet? Oh God. No, Jones. No.
Chris, did you see what I put under that post?
Feet swear.
Yeah. But the people was right though. You gotta give him credit. Although we don't joke about that word, the Fade to Black.
Oh yeah, the Fade to Black was classic. Up top with Fade to Black.
Why was he saying like that in the door?
Why does he just? Yeah, what was he doing?
Dave, but you know they do that though. They do that though.
We're everywhere. Go ahead.
Why are you standing there like that?
But you know they do that in the movies though.
I know it.
He was posing hard, like he
And
was
like the reason why I brought that up because by all means I wasn't joking about that at all.
Well, I know you weren't. No.
The thing I was thinking about was the first thing I thought about.
So where's he at when he does that? In jail? When he's in court?
You better hope he do it in the courtroom.
While he walks up.
So supposed to like this?
You know the bailiff take him away into that door, right?
Oh, that's what.
So once he started walking up, that way his body fades out.
Why does it do that not in our ethnicity of movies?
I don't know. But,
then they put the caption at the bottom.
But let me ask you this. Is Spike Lee killing the brothers at a different rate in his movies?
Yeah, because they die weird things. Like, Raheem got choked out. Like, ain't too many brothers getting choked out.
Why bring that up, though?
No, he got choked out because he's playing his radio too loud. Like,
okay.
Like, come on, man.
Super producer Hollywood Code. It's the return. Cue to Mark Morrison music. Good evening, sir.
Hey, it's good to be back. We got a lot to talk about because there's some procrastinators out there. You know what? I'm going to turn all sneakerhead culture vultures out there. These Harlem dudes. Yes, Harlem. If you're listening out there, Harlem, y'all need to quit. Dame got y'all started already this week with that I don't have no boss crap, but he owes a boss.
Exactly.
And
also, how did he come up with all this money?
Because his son makes cookies.
I'm talking before that.
Yeah.
How did he come up with all this bread?
But the story came out that he was sleeping here at the barbershop.
So that's how you raise up all the money and start talking.
Nah, he did. He had to do something else.
Come on now. All right, Dave.
Come on, man.
Come on, dude.
And then Capo. I don't even want to call him Capo. What did you find out? DA, can you do some lurking to find out his real name?
Oh, Joseph Guillermo Jones. He's a Reuben.
Yeah. Joseph Jones. We got to have a talk.
That's just so sad, man.
Why would you do that?
Why are you posing like that? Like, you can't, you got, and as much as I like 11s, and how much I legit check everything on the 11.
The tongue just gave it away.
It wasn't the tongue, but look how much Pat Letter was on there, dude.
When he Pat Letter, what was that?
Nah, it That wasn't patent leather. That was like Dave's Crystal Geyser bottle back there.
I was like, what are you doing?
Like that.
You got to think. With IG and the hashtag lurking, these fake fouls, whatever fake kickbusters out there, you got to. If Fabo didn't tell you well,
I only did that conversation.
It's like it's just again we are underestimating the age of information that we're in. Nobody's letting nothing get by these days. Okay.
Or maybe Fab just said, "Well, let Jim Jones find out on his own."
maybe so.
To my far right, social media coordinators in the building. Billy Allen's in the building. Follow him on Twitter at Radio Guy Ray. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, man. What's going on?
Are we up on Instagram yet? Because we got things to do.
Oh, speaking of things to do.
We got things to
Take
do.
a picture of that. We doubled up
I got
today for tonight. Look at that. 2 golds.
Yeah, I was going to ask why we get 2 of them.
Well, because we don't talk to each other.
There it is.
And we're rich.
Yeah,
So we can afford 2 bottles of Listerine.
Gold.
I'm going to give it to him.
Oh, my God.
Is that what we're calling fire
Say
water?
like mouthwash,
Not wash.
Worse?
Worse.
Like worse the reg?
like Ronald Worston.
Wash rag, wash. But
Oh,
y'all can't see it in the studio right now, but we're about to post on our IG page. We have a Listerine challenge that's about to go down.
I'm getting mine out the way.
Speaking of which,
15 seconds.
did you guys hear about Malik Yoba? Why he got?
I don't believe that one.
Gotta kill Vernon, man.
I don't believe
No,
that
but you know why they had to take him off the show, right?
Yeah, but
You know what happened?
They're bringing back New York Undercover.
No,
No. Oh,
What?
No, because what was he addicted to on the show?
and they felt like that's what he's really addicted to. Nah,
Well, no, there's proof that he's addicted to it. They have video proof that he does it.
they got bitch.
Yeah,
Yikes.
it's basic blackmailing. They said.
Terrible. But yeah, 2 gold Listerine bottles in the building. Chris, we have a challenge going on. It's the mouthwash challenge.
It's going
You gonna
down.
drink that?
Now you don't know. They don't have bad Listerine burns.
Huh?
So we're gonna see if any of us can last 15 seconds with a mouthful of Listerine.
Do we win anything? No.
Like those cash out here and there. You never know. But Listerine challenge.
But you gotta sign a disclaimer though, right? Because like,
That's
Sports
that
Brothers
far.
I got
we
some
know the system. I don't want that. I don't want this to happen.
I don't even want to know what he did. I don't even want to know what he did. I'm locked in over here.
Right here.
You ain't locked because you
No,
saw
I'm locked in right
it.
here.
You brought it up. Why did you bring it
I'm
up?
not looking at you. I'm locked in right here, straightforward.
Dave saw it.
So we always line up like fighters for some reason. My co-host, my big brother in the sports game, very knowledgeable, knows everything. Yes, I said everything. You have a problem with me saying everything, Colliver. My boy David, good evening, sir.
What is up? Currently watching some of the ladies do their thing in the NCAA tournament. We're running a commercial for Battlefield Hardline. Noted video game critic Chris Henderson says thumbs up. Chris also gave 5 stars to the Grand Theft Auto 5 heist.
Yes. You just got to play with your homies because you can't, because the person who makes that room is control of the percentages given out. And I learned the hard way that there's some shiesty people out there. If you die, you may get penalized big time.
Okay. And I have this question. I came across this story. There is a GoFundMe account, not for the dumb who wants to follow his girl to spring break, but
I'm mad that you posted that.
good. Well, we need to let this news be known.
That's
Okay.
sipping at its finest.
But there is a GoFundMe drive for remastering Modern Warfare's 1, 2, and 3 for next gen systems. Now, I think this is a gift and a curse scenario here. I think it's a gift because, yes, we would love to see all of our favorite games remastered on the current gen systems. I think there's a God of War 3 rumor floating out here. Gift is, that's the gift, okay? You know, you say, hey, man, let's see what this PS2 game looks like on the 4. I think the curse is it keeps us from developing new games, new titles, new franchises.
You gotta add new maps.
I don't think they would give you the whole deal with all the maps. Everybody wants to play Terminal 8 billion more times.
Who does it?
I know, it's awesome. It's great. I just want to move
But
forward.
that game, think about it. If they made that Modern Warfare 2 again, that'd be kind of weird because then they banned that part with the whole campaign where they walk through the airport and they shoot up the airport like a terrorist. Like you can't.
You can't do nothing at airports. Like any games like that, like freelance games like that. Have you noticed like there's no airports in it?
Not anymore. They're taking them out. I would like to see a Bull versus Blazers remix.
See.
I'm just saying, no, think about that. Y'all want to tell me y'all want to see that with those rosters. So they did NBA 2K with like 92 rosters. We wouldn't play that.
Don't they?
But they don't even put. They got freaking like half of the bench.
Give me a Coach K, and we'll be all right.
We're not getting that. We're never getting that.
Okay. Well, I know we won't, but I'm just saying if you're gonna do that, like all those players in the pros now, just remaster that game. All those players in the pros
That means
now,
EA has to make it.
they can take a check. They're fine. They're all look. What we got any classic versions on this 2K15? I see those all the time on my on the pregame menu.
But we're screwed if EA got to remake a game.
Okay, so I don't know. As much as I would love to play those three again, I think remastering of games for current gen system is a gift and a curse. I think it's more of a curse.
How was it for San Andreas?
It wasn't because it went straight over.
Oh, it was just
Yeah, there was no remaster.
Oh, no.
They only did that for the.
Which really would make sense though.
Nah, I think because I don't think they would have allowed you to pay what you wanted to pay, like what they charged you for if it was a remastered game.
Yeah, and why would you want to play San Andreas when basically Grand Theft Auto 5 is the bigger version of that? Because that's the city inside the big city.
Exactly. Great show tonight. Got a lot on the table. Speaking of a lot on the table, there's a lot on the table, a lot of advertisement too. But let's take a break, come back. Our favorite segment is coming up next. And also there's a special birthday today. And yes, we will play his song.
Right now.
Right now. This is Most Sports Talk, THAfterparty.com on the A side.
I got skills with the rock. And you be Austin like Steve Austin. Steady Foster, we cash out from hitting match burn. On the break, you want me to take it, you still with a left. Right, you should look. More steals than Ricky Head from the Pac-10. I ain't new to this, I give assists like a high school tutor. But who the hell said being a kid was easy? But ain't nothing going on but cash and be ballin'. Cause they hear a brother falling. Don't sweat it, everything's gonna be alright. Let's go back a few years to be exact. High school, the fools didn't know how to act. The St. Joe's, the host treated me different. But I was good on the dribble like an infant. And it went all down the corner playing. And you see Berkeley, I was the man. Every week, my name in the Campanelli. J Kid kicking ass like Jim Kelly. And you know chicks think Kentucky fried. The ones who say they didn't want to. Well, they lied. And if you tried to kick it tough, looking at me like a meal ticket. Now you gotta play the low on the scene and try my best to avoid Billie Jean. But now you gotta deal with the drama. I should've seen it coming, like Rocky's mama. Work hard and try to get my family paid. Now all the chicks screaming, I wanna be saved. Don't sweat it, everything's gonna be alright. Now it ain't no party like a J-Kid party, cause a J-Kid party don't stop. But it ain't no party cause it can't get it started with all the player heads on my job. You said every black in America's most wanted. But who try to hit strip in a drop 500 Benzito, the fat two-seater. Looking for freaks to lay like a Frito. Everybody got their eyes peeled back. Cops looking for a chance to jack. Every chick that I pass is smiling and waving. Damn near turning flips on the pavement. Old folks roll up, stop and grin at ya while they kids get at ya for a signature. All that could really make a brother back. But hey, accidents happen. Just living my life like a brother's supposed to. Not surrounded by rumors like the Timex
is Peter Vesey, a.k.a. The Viper. Thanks to Hubie Brown. Thanks, Hubie. You're listening to Mo's Sports Talk.
You gonna get out by the time you 50.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, you all right over there?
Yeah. A lot of wake, I know that.
Feel like Jack Daniels did.
Good.
Thunderbird.
It gets you in the bottom of the gums.
We back Mo Sports Talk. The law firm of Moulton, Allens, and Henderson's in the building.
We in there.
My boy Dave was the first participant in the Mo Sports Talk Listerine Challenge.
Ooh, thank
That
you.
was 31 seconds, correct?
31 seconds.
31 seconds. Great job.
Very good.
At about 25, I was beating on the side of the chair, like get me out of here.
That's fine, but
So
you
that
made
was
it,
like
though.
The torture scene in like the first Lethal Weapon when they had,
Yes.
tied up and just electrocuting them.
Yes. Or the beginning of the evil within.
Oh my God.
I'm good.
Yeah. I'm mad that you brought it up because it's in my mind now.
Baylor, Chris. Yeah, buddy. A rising football power, sir.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Baylor
yeah.
trying to get the band, Baylor. Never mind. I don't want to bring it
Big 9 o'clock conversation coming up. That's all I'm gonna say. Big high level, high beast, and we tag our inner Moulton and we overlord over your pro sports teams. Oh yeah, BMO, we need you to rank the football teams in Texas, high school, college, and pro, all in one nice pot of gumbo. Okay, because hater over here.
The old man hater.
Oh no, I ain't gonna even call his Houston decision hate though, but it was very surprising. All right.
Today is March 23rd, 2015. And Dave, I do have some moments in sports history.
Not one women's game is within 5. Good Lord.
In 1971, the Boston Patriots officially announced their name would change.
What was that? Say that again.
What year?
1971.
71.
They officially changed their name to the New England.
That's pretty Blue Magic era.
1971.
You know what the Brewers was doing in 71? Probably like celebrating like a long anniversary.
Wasn't letting us in the game.
1972, Evil Knievel broke 93 bones after successfully jumping 35 cars.
How many bones do you have in your body? Like 400? Like 400?
He broke how many?
93. Anybody ever watch some Evil Knievel do work on like the ABC Wild World of
Yeah.
Sports or
Yes.
whatever? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You would ever wonder, like, if somebody ever done that today, like, if something would have happened, do they pre-record those shows?
Yeah, what do today's Evil Knievels do? Are they like that one family that always is the hot wire X family?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they,
but have you noticed that you never really see any like, you know what I'm saying?
You know why?
Devils like that right
You know why? They're racing trucks in the snow. The coolest thing I've seen on TV
And-
this year.
And the thing, you're so right. And you would think that with the technology of today and the doctors of today and how good they heal and stuff like that, compared to back then when Evil Knievel was doing all that and Super Dave, you would think that you'll see more Daredevils and stuff like that.
I'm gonna say it's an insurance issue. Ain't get no waivers, man.
I saw TV ratings for kids because the kids see this and somebody breaks their body and they have them.
These are the X game athletes, right? So
Yeah.
now they're operating under
I mean, from
safer situations.
From our funny experience, we've seen somebody hurt themselves doing BMX stuff.
Yes, we did. At the oh man.
Why would they do that?
Oh man.
Hold on, can I ask you a question first? Did they make them do a practice run just to make sure they could do it?
I will hope so.
No, really? Okay, listen.
Like, would you do that, DA, just to make sure that there ain't no fool go up there trying to?
No, I just will make sure the legal paperwork is right. If I'm the Allen Wranglers, or in this case the Revolution, I would make sure all my legal paperwork is right. Not necessarily, if they're going to hurt themselves. I think we all subscribe to the train wreck theory. Okay,
Well, we knew that was bound to happen anyway.
Well, not really.
might have been
it
a
was
surface
just-
issue. Maybe he didn't want to jump too high to hit his head on the net
He didn't even get a chance to hit the ramp.
and pull a Casey Printers.
Yeah, he didn't even get a chance to get to the ramp.
Hey man,
he was already sliding.
they had high expectations. Okay,
He didn't get to the ramp. That's
maybe
the
he
problem.
didn't bring his best bike.
But that football that Casey Printer still didn't have a high expectation, did it?
Yeah, he did.
He did for that ball, for that throw. He did.
What was that ball?
That
Hold
drive
on.
from the stadium.
Hold on. Can I ask you a question? Where's that ball laying if it doesn't hit the scoreboard?
At that seafood bar next door.
Boy, or that
And then Silent Mall?
or hit that dessert car dude.
It's gonna be at the outlet. What are we doing to?
Really, I wish you was there, man.
Cause all you hear is a loud boom. That's all you heard.
That's all you heard. You just walked off.
DA just turned around, looked and said.
Oh, man.
I know T.O. looking like, man, where's Coy
Like,
Devin when I
man,
need him?
that's
Wow.
like, Get the dude fired.
No, T.O.'s like, where's Coy Devin when I need him?
Wow.
Coy. All right, 1994. Wayne Gretzky of then the LA Kings
That's not a
scored
problem.
his 802nd career goal to pass Gordie Howe as NHL's all-time leading goal scorer.
Greatness. Okay, of course.
He's a lefty too.
You're right. He is. He's a
He
seat
gets-
at the table.
He gets does he talk?
Full weekend access. Yes.
You get one of them signs? We had like.
But I already know his stipulation. He has to bring.
Nah. Because if he brings her, then she got to bring him, and we just
And then it's gonna be like some of the people working washing dishes or washing cars like Michael Tucker gonna try to pull a fast one. We don't need that at there. You don't need that, okay?
a fast
How old is that? All right, 1995. Jaromir Jagr of the Penguins
Another lefty.
became the first European player to lead the NHL in scoring.
He's still playing, by the way. Still collecting a paycheck at like 44 years old.
I don't know why every time when I hear his name, I just think of that picture with him with the mullet.
He did have one.
He had a great mullet.
Great one.
All right, and in 2002, Keith Kachuk
Another lefty.
Good job.
of the St. Louis Blues. Oh, why is this a moment of sports history? / Lyle O'Dillon during the game on March 25th.
Oh, the line.
Kachuk was suspended for one game without pay. Just one. Oh.
Hockey
That's a
don't-
moment in
Man,
sports history.
Man, think about this, man. Hockey don't care. They promote fighting. Like I said, they worry about somebody slashing somebody till somebody start crying. So, well, let's get you Marty McSorley. Then
Wow.
All right, Chris. I got your birthdays on deck. I know how much you missed this.
Yes, I do. I'm glad that tomorrow's not birthdays.
All right. Let's see who's going to start up here first.
He gonna find one of them
First of all, there's a quick birthday shout out to the very beautiful, one of my mom's all-time favorite singers, aka Teen Natural Hair, Miss Shaka Khan.
Wow.
Hey, Kanye approves that.
Whenever she's ready.
Whenever she's ready.
She's cool status. She also said she don't like him young, though, man.
Oh,
How old is Shaka Khan?
let's see here. She was born in
Gonna make me bring out the calculator.
born in 53.
Church.
Oh,
47 to
All right.
2000.
one of the first players to come out of high school straight to the NBA. Player of the Hawks, Bucks, and Sixers. Mr. Moses Malone
Church.
with a birthday today.
Fo.
And- Yes, sir, indeed. Awesome guy, by the way. Very, very awesome. We also have former linebacker of the Broncos, Dante Jones with birthday.
No,
Spell it.
D-A-N-T-E.
never heard of him.
Yeah, he went to Oklahoma, I think.
Didn't Dhani go to Oklahoma?
No, I thought that was Michigan.
All right. Ooh, Chris. All right, we got a CFP from the Saskatchewan Rough Riders. No, this is not the singer, by the way, but his name is Curtis Mayfield.
Whoa. What does that mean?
Wait, hold on, man. Your parents did you on, but maybe like today, if somebody named it, your last name Miller, you know your kid Percy, we're going to have a talk. Because you did it on purpose.
Dude, like,
Come on, though,
you
Curtis.
named your kid Curtis Mayfield, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you mean to tell me you had no indication of Curtis Mayfield before you named your kid this?
I know you don't plan on having any kids yet, but if you ever named your kid Woody Allen, then we got to have, man, I got to have just,
We're going to have a conversation.
yeah, we're going to have a conversation. That,
And you know I can't be around Dave like that if your name's kid Woody.
what do we call him?
Woodson? Woodson Allen?
Woodrow?
All right. Former linebacker of the Buffalo Bills, Mark Maddox, has a birthday today.
That's a 90s player, I think.
We have a football life nominee. Former receiver of the Cincinnati Bengals, Carl Pickens, with a birthday. Number 80, by the way.
Nice.
We also have, oh my God, former NBA player of the Magic and the Warriors, David Vaughn, with a birthday. I'm going to say that birthday for last. Okay, we got a former guard for the Nuggets, Eric Washington,
Remember him?
with a birthday. We also have, it's a short list. All right, Tony Pena Jr. with a birthday. We have, I don't know if he played for the Raiders anymore.
He retired.
Maurice Jones Jr.
He retired.
Had a birthday today. Should went to the combine. And we just played his song on the commercial break. He is a Hall of Famer indeed, bona fide Hall of Famer. It is what the kid did. Jason Kidd has a birthday today.
Wow.
With
pretty
greatness.
That, you know what? Me and DA did take a lot of points off earlier for that particular class of people, but they gained 10 points just because of that. Because of him. Now,
And his team is, I think it's 6 or 7 now.
yeah, he traded for.
Yes, he did.
Why? He ain't like
You
Brandon
know
Knight?
why? I think it's
So he's pro Avery? He's the opposite of Avery?
yes.
Oh,
Him
wow.
and Avery had beef. Remember that?
So he doesn't like Avery, but he likes.
No, he don't like Avery, but he like,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, see? You remember him and Avery had beef before,
He did upgrade his point guard position
see?
from a Knight to a Williams. Appreciate it.
Nice.
And then it would be Knight because he's.
He's here all night,
Yep.
He's here all night.
We got some good notables, too.
Let's take a break, come back.
You missed some.
Oh, go ahead then. Go ahead.
Former Dookie. He was a part of the coalition in the beginning.
Uh-oh.
He was one of the sharpshooters in his day in the mid-90s. Trajan Langdon.
Alaskans own Trajan Langdon.
He's up there.
The first player to be drafted.
Oh, man, we
to the
missed some good
NBA
ones.
from Alaska.
I think this
no,
dude-
no Boozer, Mr. And1. You was not the first one.
That was his homie, though, man.
It was Trajan Langdon.
Boozer was his homie,
Producer.
though.
But Boozer
He's-
claimed that he was the first.
He's the new It Kids producer whenever you want to type beat today. Because he made it. Mike Will made it. His birthday is today.
Church.
You know who his main squeeze is, don't you?
Yeah, well, this guy right here, he just got traded to the Jets. You know, he's a good receiver. You know, he kind of defeats our thing of saying guys over a certain age can't do it anymore, a la Andre Johnson. But this guy right here, his birthday is today, Brandon Marshall.
Nice.
His birthday is today. Oh, basketball. You know, he has his own signature shoe now. I did dabble in the shoe, criticized the game a little bit. But hey, he's getting there. He's under the wing of a great player.
Boy, is it April the 18th yet?
Kyrie Irving.
Is it April the 18th yet?
Happy birthday, Kyrie.
Killer Kyrie's birthday is today. This guy, he starts a lot of media stuff. Very big on gossip. You know, if there wasn't TMZ, it'd be this guy.
BSO.
No.
Perez Hilton.
He's here all night, yo.
I thought you was talking about my boy Black Sports Online.
Nah, not my boy.
He's smart though. What he does, he picks his own lane, man.
Okay.
Hey. Also, Gordon Hayward, Utah Jazz, said he could be LeBron, but his birthday is today.
Lunch pail.
Yeah. Randall Park. You guys ever heard of Randall Park?
I've heard of
Yeah, he's done some good movies in his day.
who?
Movies.
Okay.
He was in the movie Sex Tape.
Okay, I'll take your word for
And
it.
Dinner with the Schmucks. You know, his birthday is today. Notable sports, I guess, Mark Burley. We forgot about Mark Burley. Is he a lefty DA?
He sure is, and his fast-moving baseball games qualify him for extra access.
We forgot this guy. It's Cowboy fans who may not like him because he did say that Tony Romo was the fourth best quarterback in the division. He is on ESPN right now. He did throw a nice F-bomb or two on live air. Jaws himself, Ron Jaworski. His birthday is today.
Jaws.
Top 5 greatest Eagles quarterback.
He's number one.
Where's Mookie?
He's number
Really? He's number one? He's the greatest? No. Norm Van Brocklin.
one.
Jeff Garcia.
Too bad none of them won a Super Bowl.
Ty Dillon.
Oh, God.
Shots fired.
Let's take a break, come back. Quick NFL offseason news. And yes, we might as well just accept everything. Whatever they do on the field, just accept it. Most Sports Talk. We shall return after party.com.
Mother sucker. Yeah. Oh, this what you want, huh? Microphone checker. Yeah. Mother microphone checker. Keep that grip tight like my I with the mic, switch, tryna turn up. Hit you with the hurtful tooth like Sojourner. Mother microphone eater. Spitting hot, hit you don't with it. Wouldn't wanna be a dish lyrical for eaters. Got dragon balls like my name was Vegeta. Mother super duper swanking. Still hating pigs, running for the bacon. Take them to the slaughterhouse. Said we about to order out. Tell them we the badass that they heard about. Yes, I guess the word is out. We coming for the top dollar, top rock baller. Since I pop my collar, say they hit us, they ain't never shot nada. Me, I'd rather not snitch up on my own problems. Cause I'm a microphone killer. Especially when my head is gone off that liquor. Especially educated, heavily medicated. Give me that beat and I put you next to Dilla. Flow sweeter than vanilla. Tell these haters beat it, Kent Jackson Thriller. I'm the that you see when you in the mirror. Say my name 5 times just when I deliver. This a motherfucking nuke that I'm dropping. The world in my pocket. Nuke you out the continent. Always drop hot. Toroidal flow keep constant. And I won't stop till I reach Christ conscious. Which one of y'all really wonder with me? None of y'all got it here. Beast Coast, forever in your area. This a mother nuke that I'm dropping. The world in my pocket. Nuke you out your continent. Always drop hot. Toroidal flow keep constant. And I won't stop till I reach
Barry Church, and you're listening to Mo Sports Talk.
What's that dude name? B-Lo? What's his name from Do It All?
B-E-E. By the way, that was here like last month.
Did you go?
I saw that.
All right, it was just him and AK. I don't know where Nard was.
And he's still in the Bing?
No, that was B-Lo that was in the Bing.
Oh, okay.
B-Lo got out. Unless Nard went in when B-Lo got out.
I saw he'll be seeing Dan Sharper.
We're back, Mo Sports Talk. The law firm of Molden Allens and Henderson. Man, we did not get nothing accomplished. All right. NFL offseason tracker is afoot. Shout out to thescore.com/NFL/offseason. One of the best websites that I have ever known. Also, Also a great app as well. James Harrison is making a return. Cue to Mark Morrison music.
Return.
For a 2-year extension. I got the same face as you do.
He had 5.5 sacks in 11 games and probably like part-time duty.
Yeah.
He had retired a year ago. Now he's back for at least another year.
Mm-hmm. Cue to Mark Morrison music again, Dave.
His acupuncturist must be happy.
As LaMichael James will go to the Dolphins.
Texas boy.
Yes.
Former Niner, former Duck. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Glad he knows how to return kicks that may keep him in the league for a minute.
Until they take that away.
Until they take that away.
Like they did with Felix.
Why did he do that?
He needed a job. He didn't want to play in Canada.
Cowboys lose another person on the defensive end, on the defensive line. George Selvey has a 1-year deal.
I like George Selvey, man. I like Selvey.
Well, he joins former Cowboy Dwayne Harris and his $13 million
guaranteed?
8.5.
8.5.
Lord.
What are we doing?
Hey, people are saying this is going to be the Chris Canty move.
We got another Mark Morrison cue. Nick Hayden returns to the Cowboys for a 1-year deal.
What's his name? Gold. What was it?
Who?
Golden Cock. That was his name. Golden Cock.
Yeah.
Marinelli called him Golden Cock.
Okay.
Yeah. That was his.
We won't repeat that.
Running back Bernard Pierce has been cleaned off waivers and will go to the Jags.
He used to play with the Ravens, right?
Yes, he did. They get like a DUI or something like that.
Yeah.
And Ray was like, nah, B, man, can deal with that.
But they kept, never mind.
But yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, but they
Makes
They
sense.
kept preaching man, though.
I think we already know about this one. Possession receiver Dwayne Bowe goes to the Cleveland Browns.
I thought that was you leading to something good on that. Possession receiver, like somebody did something bad.
Let's see how they
Will he score a touchdown this year? Will he end his touchdown drought?
I say yes.
He will. I think he'll.
Who's going to throw him touchdown passes?
Oh,
High
the
beast,
return, but how?
high beast, Hollywood Cole for football season. I'm already calling it. Dwayne Bowe will score at least 5 touchdowns receiving.
And I agree with you.
Will score how many?
5.
That ain't okay. That ain't bad.
Over under 5 touchdown receptions for Dwayne Bowe for the Cleveland Browns. So Cleveland rocks. Versus Drew Carey and me.
They're definitely in the house.
Cornerback Patrick Robinson to the Chargers 1 year.
I remember he was the
$1 billion
man.
deal. Yes, he was.
What school did he go to today? Florida State?
Patrick Robinson, yeah, free shoes.
And Charles Clay will go to the Bills for a 5-year, $38 million deal.
Sneaky good team looking.
Oh, man. Until we realize by week 6 they don't have a quarterback.
Until we realize they have the Genos.
And you know what I'm thinking about? I'm glad you mentioned that because what if EJ
Hands up.
becomes a starter?
Who's calling their plays over there now? Did he call Marty? He bring Marty Morningweg up there?
I don't think so.
Maybe Ernest Easy or somebody. I don't know.
So Resty gonna go through the same thing as he did, with Gino. I really hope not. I really, really hope not. Chris Canty, Ravens, 2 years, $4.65 million.
I didn't know he was still in the league.
Wow.
Dang. All right. Let's get to
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Watch the Cheetos.
I ain't been eating them.
Not yet. Beforehand. I'm giving you a warning
That's
beforehand.
right now I got Cheetos, yo. Well, my mouth is still
Hey,
burning.
we should give him credit. At least he has a name brand chip today.
I was gonna get some time. I really was.
Remember them cheese bites he came in one time, DA? Jesus Christ. That had been the worst smelling chips.
I go back to 7-Eleven and get them 7 selects.
And you had the nerve to offer us something like that was going to be like just about
Shut the wealth, man.
There ain't no wealth in that.
All right, what I did want to speak on and discuss was, everybody, pretty much Dale Hansen is pretty much has a rocket up his, what,
Guy's a clown.
over this side of Mr. Greg Hardy.
He has a good point, though.
I mean, he may have a good point or whatever, but, this is what I feel about the situation. And also, I told Dave this with every player that has, off-the-field issues or whatever they've done and things of that nature. Just because you sign a player and you have off-the-field issues don't mean that they support that. I don't understand why people say, Lord, you support, this, you support that. That means you'll let him do this, you'll let him do that. All I want to know is, can he help my football team win games and win me a Super Bowl? That's all I really care about. That's all that matters to me. Based on his resume, I mean, of course, he was suspended, 14 games last season and facing, 46 games, this season. Pretty damn good football player. And adding that to your defensive line, where, you're already losing players on that defensive line already, I think it's a pretty good addition. I'm not thinking about what he has done off the field. Of course, people are going to talk about that because it is, the Dallas Cowboys and things of that nature. But I feel like, hey, I do not support it. By all means, I do not support that at all. Only thing I'm thinking about right now is, can he help this defensive line and help this football team, rush the quarterback? Can he get 14 to 15 sacks like he did the previous season before he missed all of last season? That's the only thing I'm thinking about. And for you, calling out, Garrett and his dad and things of that nature, man, Garrett was like, hey, if I saw a quote that Garrett said was, if we didn't think that he can help this football team win and bring a positive attitude, then we want to sign him. That what Coach Process said. And I do believe in him. Like, I didn't believe in him at first, but I have grown to, like Coach Process. At first I did tolerate him. The hand gestures and the good speeches after, after practice and after the games. But that's how I feel on the situation, man. I mean, Greg Hardy's going to have to address the media, talk to everybody in the Dallas media about that. And I still feel like if anybody had an opportunity to get Greg Hardy, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to turn that opportunity down to help their defense or help their team win just by getting him. So, but to me, just because it's the Cowboys, of course, it's gonna be this huge firestorm of all they support this. But back then, when Mr. Tex Schramm, was over the team, I do believe they had. I don't mean to bring your fam up, but Hollywood Henderson.
Hey, yeah.
When he had the drug problems and stuff like that, you had other players on here on this team with drug problems. DWIs, DUIs. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can name it. But at the same time, they were winning. And of course, you can sweep that under the rug and do all this and that, but they were winning games. They weren't concerned about what they did off the field. Of course, they had to do what they had to do. They had great lawyers and, try your best to cover that up. But when you're on that football field playing for this team, I don't care about what you do off the field. That's not none of my business. It's not. I don't care what you do off the field. I don't condone it. It's none of my business. My business is, can you help this football team win? And I do believe that's what Garrett and the Joneses and McClay and Broadus thought about. Hey, let's bring him on. We have an opportunity. If he's interested in us, let's bring him on this football team and help this defensive line. And that's how I feel about the situation. I'm glad Greg Hart is here, and I'm very anxious to see what he will do on this defensive line.
I think, if you ask me personally, I agree with you on that side, but I also think that we can't compare what happened in 1965 or 1970 with a football player to today because of media standards, marketing standards. Back then, it wasn't a known thing. Talking to that particular family member for that one time, like he said, what I did back then, I did more. But unfortunately, social media wasn't around. Things like that, there wasn't any awareness of it because everybody was doing it. In today's standards, this is a market. You don't bring players in just for talent anymore. You bring it in for market credibility. So, and then, to take sides with Dale Hansen, this team is all about culture, right? Same thing we're going to be talking about with the Eagles. You're all about culture, right? Mm-hmm. But you're still bringing in certain guys, or you're keeping certain guys that seem to have the bad rap. So I just think that it goes both ways. To me, I just think that, Greg Hardy just has to play football. Keep it football. He already went on a Twitter rant, which he's lost points for that. By saying he don't care who don't like him. Yeah, you do care about who likes you.
Yeah.
Because guess what? You're fighting for a contract, a place to play. Because guess what? Once you can't play in Dallas anymore, there's really nowhere else to go. You better ask Tank Johnson. Tank Johnson brought that up. I saw a video with Tank Johnson talking about how after the Cowboys gave him a chance and he blew it, he didn't even get a chance to play football really again. He got signed by one team and it didn't last that long. He said that because teams look at that. If you can't make it in Dallas, you can't make it anywhere.
And I'm glad that you brought that up.
That's very true.
Address the media because this is a very, very important and very valuable and huge, one of the most, teams worth $1 billion, okay? And so anywhere you go, whatever you do in Dallas-Fort Worth, it's going to be brought up. And just like you said, he better play football and keep his mouth shut and stay out of trouble. That's basically what he needs to do. And I'm glad that you brought up the social media part because, yes, you can do anything. He can sneeze or throw something in the trash. Like, he can throw, like, a piece of paper in the trash. And somebody will probably bring up, this is Greg Hardy throwing away a piece of paper in the trash where he wrote a note to his girlfriend saying he's going to beat her up. That's what the note said. So, he can do anything crazy. It's all going to look bad on him, whatever he do. But he better play football, keep his mouth shut. Everybody has bad situations off the field. But it's going to take you to change that. Just play football, keep your mouth shut. Of course, I'm pretty sure, the Joneses are going to put, some good people around him. Make sure he don't do anything crazy, which, if he do, then I won't be surprised about that. But I'm ready to see what he does.
Do you think he's going to have the same kind of people around him that maybe they did with Dez when he first got here? You don't think on that level?
I'm pretty sure, the Joneses have people that they can put around him. Probably have like counseling programs and programs. Like they know a lot of people when it comes to things like this.
A lot of resources.
Because Jerry done dealt with this with pretty much dang near every player that he had.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure that he put good company around him, like security. Hey, go to this program right here. Talk to this guy. Talk to this counselor. Talk to psychologists and things of that nature. So I'm pretty sure that they're going to make things comfortable for him getting here. I'm pretty sure that, they talked to him about this and they addressed that issue. I'm pretty sure this issue was addressed.
I just think that from I guess you would say the society standpoint is about the whole thing with second chance, because there's going to be guys out there like us. I'm not saying we would do that, but like not as, have certain gifts of playing football, ability to make $1 million that don't get a second chance. But here's a guy that did something clearly that was wrong, and he's getting a second chance. Like, when is enough, right? Yes, you make a mistake and it's wrong, but we can't contradict ourselves and say, hey, he made a mistake, let's do it again, but we think it's totally wrong to do it. And if anybody else did it, we will want something bad to happen to them.
Right.
So I feel like that's where people are coming from. I mean, coming from a standpoint, I have never done anything like that before, but I've been in trouble. And the second chance is always something that I agree with, because everybody deserves a second chance. And that should be, I guess you would say, a sin is a sin or a wrong is wrong no matter what. But then, like, people are saying, like, how could you say this about this? And then also, you go out there and throw money to this guy, but you got a guy at home right now, number 88, who you still haven't paid. Like, that's my issue. That would be my issue. Like, you're going to bring in a guy who has, I know that was an issue that you had on your team for, is like, player-wise personnel, you need a defensive end that can get to the quarterback. But you got a guy at home that's potentially a franchise changer, a blue chipper, a true blue chipper, who's had no kind of issues similar to that. But you can't pay him, but you're out there throwing out 13, probably if he makes everything, which I think he's going to do it. Cowboys kind of almost messed themselves up, because you're putting the guy in a situation, a one-year deal, yes, $700K is guaranteed, but he's also playing for a contract. And we all know.
And he can get that $13 million.
We all know when players are on contract season, especially with the Cowboys, what do they like to do?
Show up.
And they show out. So you kind of put yourself in a situation where you're going to pay a guy $13 million that may not fit. That may not be a good personality for the team. So, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm all for the second chance, but you're going to explain that to the people out there that, we all preaching that hitting a woman is wrong, and that's a no tolerance. Mm-hmm. And Dallas is all about culture. That's all. Like Dan Helston brought up a good point. Jason Garrett said we're all about culture and tolerance. Go to Cowboy games. The first thing they play on the video screen for 20 minutes is about domestic violence. How is that going to be played now? So what are you going to do when Greg Carter gets there? Because now they're already saying, do we play the video now? Because guess what? When Dez got in trouble, they didn't play the video that week with the whole thing with his mom. They didn't play the video.
Or my suggestion is, which I highly doubt they do this,
make them speak in public.
Or make Greg Hardy do a video about DV.
And I mean, honestly, it shouldn't come down to that. If he's really remorseful and sincere about the situation, he should do it himself.
Agreed.
And that's what the problem is, because he hasn't spoke out about it. Like, I understand he doesn't have to talk about it because of, like, legal things, but, I mean, we've all had to talk in front of somebody before about our legal troubles. We've all been there where we apologize to people. So I feel like in his situation, if he does want to make it right, because he feels like that people are going to be against him, speak out about it. If you were innocent, you were innocent. Right. It's a word of mouth. That's all we know. But to me, if you're not going to speak out about it, you're going to be mad and try to rebel against everybody, then it is what it is.
Indeed. All right, let's take a break. Come back. Hollywood at 8.
Yeah, Dave brought up something good. Instagram is like our best friend. When we find people that lose points, people that gain points, and we're going to have somebody call in. He should be calling in within a few. Now we'll kick over to another segment, but he's going to call in and address the issue. Because we got that person. And this person is close to that person who has that shoe named after him.
Nice. So
he's going to address the issue and make it clear for all the public. So that's going to be good. And also got a couple of questions for the guys. We'll talk about the trip that we had this weekend. Most Sports Talk gave out an award in Oklahoma. Met a few good hierarchy people in the sneaker game. A lot of compliments, a lot of kudos. I'll tell you guys about that. And why still the show is called BMO Sports Talk, as I found out.
Who was saying that?
There was somebody that listened to our show, Oklahoma, that I did not know. They listened to our show. And this is the first time out of state basically, that I've had somebody walk up and say, hey, I know BMO Sports Talk. So.
Do I have to go out there?
I know what I'm going to start doing. Get one of them shirts, get a meme right there. Like, what's the BMO Sports Talk?
We're right back.
I should have did this.
Stop, Chris.
He got to see it now. I'm going to show it to him.
Yeah, he's going to see it. All right. We're right back. Mo Sports Talk, afterparty.com on the 8 side.
On God, bang bang, it's a war of the hearts. We can either make love or we can spar. Either way we hollering out good Lord. Either one don't solve the problem at all. trying to get it on. Spent the next half trying to get gone. What's wrong? Nothing at all. Watch your head, girl, that lie is too tall. Don't go F it, do what you want. I'm out the front door, I'm waiting on your call. Forgot it took place, remembering it all. Feel like forever, the moment so small. Your eyes off, you go hard. Your kiss warm, you cold hard. Fresh frost, try to melt it all. Bags packed at home, looking lost. Tripping out, ending up where you start. Carousel at the merry-go-round. Pretty horse, let me off. Shed a tear, but I'm too tired to mourn. I do it tomorrow. When you're gone and you can't see me at all. Boulevard, love and hate, we at the cross. Buckle up, rough course. Taxi, run. Sweet Ozay, just a heartbreak. I like that. Sweet Ozay, just a heartbreak. Taxi,
stepping out of the car with my foot on the curb, was putting bread in the meter when I met my girl. The Brooklyn swagger dagger, had to hit her with words. Home cooking booty, I'm from Brooklyn, she from the birds. See that ass so sick, all I want is the germ. I G that ass so quick, yep, I frizzy the perm. What beat her in her head, cut till she beat the bed. Yep, pull it on her dreads, I'm sitting in my Benz. Reminiscing, listening to one of our songs. Like, how the hell did me and baby girl go wrong? She was so white, potential, even liked by kinfolk. Moms made her dinner, dad labeled her a winner. She was educated and dedicated to beauty, body, and soul. And her booty so out of control. Whoa, truth is, she loved me but had more hatred. It felt complex, but it's really that basic.
Taxi, run. Sweet Ozay, just a heartbreak. I like that. Sweet Ozay, just a heartbreak. Taxi, run. Sweet Ozay, just a heartbreak. I like that. Sweet Ozay, just a heartbreak. Taxi.
This is former NBA player Tracy Murray, baller street ball coach, used to be producer, but in front of the mic as a broadcaster. And you're listening to Mo Sports Talk.
Down. That's it.
Hi. How are you? Hi.
On the low, she need it bad like my cojones. To be blunt, probably go nuts for a sack of the Ebolas. Patches with our bowlers, make me feel monumental for the moment.
I get the good old finger point on the producer. Point the finger right back out. Super producer Hollywood Code. It is Hollywood at 8. Mr. Henderson, take it away, sir.
Yeah, so this weekend, myself, I represent the Mo Sports Talk crew out in Oklahoma with, I guess you could say family of the show at that point. He's not just a friend, he's family. With last name _Loveless on Instagram. Magnus, is it _713?
Yes.
Okay, 713, spelled a 7 out and 13 on Twitter. That's D, the homie. Me and him went out. We presented an award at a sneaker event called Kicklahoma, which was awesome. Yeah, man, I'll tell you, I think this is probably one of the tougher sneaker events that we did back in the day. We judged the women, which is kind of interesting. Very tough for me because, you know, there was ladies there and, you know, I don't want to be the Grinch and say your shoe is ugly or it's not cool enough. So I, being Hollywood, flipped it over to the crowd and made them do it. And I did Kiki Shepard style, had them pick it. So, you know, that was pretty cool. Had a chance to meet Jumpman Boston, who is a very known sneaker guy in the sneaker game. Been doing it since, they've been doing it for 30 years. He's a very known sneaker gang guy. It was kind of perfect timing because the shoe that I wore happened to be his favorite shoe of all time, which is a playoff A low. I put on a pair of shoes that were 13 years old. And, you know, most people when you talk 13-year-old shoe, oh man, that shoe probably fell off your foot. Well, actually it didn't. Was able to make some good purchases, as I showed the guys today on a couple of shoes. One of them being a sample which is in sneaker terms very rare to find. That means that was the shoe before the shoe was actually made. It was a test shoe, which is a Reebok Classic. You know, I'm starting to learn that Reeboks are very popular, especially in the classic form. Not that, you know, back in the early 2000s it was like the shoe to go to, right? But they actually have a good, you know, following now with the Soul Box collaborations overseas. That shoe was made in Germany, and it was only sold in Germany. So I was able to get a shoe from overseas, and I also picked up a Jordan, of course. But saw a lot of different shoes that BMO probably would have went crazy for. Saw his 11s in all colors and variations. But we got a caller. And of course we got a caller because we were talking about sneakers. And this guy on Instagram, I'll tell you what, if anybody you want to learn or talk to about sneakers, you know, you definitely want to go to this guy. Follow him on Instagram at @IamSoundwave_. Go ahead and present yourself, man. Tell everybody who you are.
This is name is Ken Hobson. On IG, I go as @IamSoundwave_. And I'm a sneaker collector. I don't really call myself a sneakerhead. Just call myself a collector of fine goods. And besides that, computer geek, own an IT consultant business, and a recording studio, and a gym nut. That's really it.
All right, so what got you going into sneakers before we actually talk about what was the topic today? So what got you into sneakers?
Well, you know, I've always been a big fan of them, and ever since I was little, you know, always loved shoes, and, you know, I had an older brother that, you know, always bought hot kicks, and when he got a job, and, you know, my family wasn't too, you know, well off for me to, like, get all the expensive sneakers when they came out. So when I got older and, you know, went to college and stuff, and got my own job at a sneaker store, I kind of, like, fell into it and just started collecting stuff so much. And next thing you know, the addiction just grew and grew, and I haven't stopped since.
All right, how many shoes do you, I know it's hard to count because I know I lurk on Instagram and you post a different shoe every day. So how many shoes do you have in your collection?
Well, I don't really have as much as I used to. I used to be up to like 700-800 pair. But, you know, I got rid of a lot because I, like, bought a house. So I used some of them. I used that money to put a down payment on a house like 8 years ago. So I'm only at like 300 something.
With the 300 pair that you say that you have now, if you ever fall on, you know, I wish this don't happen to you at all. If you ever fall on hard times,
Can't really hear you. Sounds like a tunnel almost.
Can you hear
Sounds
me
like
better?
the microphone is off a little.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's great.
All right, cool. My bad. Hey, this is B-Mo, man. What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Hey, I had a question to ask you. With the 300 pair that you say you have now, I have a question to ask. I do not wish this on anybody at all, but if you ever fall on a situation where you had hard times and you had to sell your sneakers, what's the one pair that you will not sell?
Oh, man. Ooh. Probably my pair of DB4s that I have autographed by the kid Isaiah that the sneakers were actually made after. The shoe I have, the box was signed by him, his mother, and all the kids that DB shoes are made after that year. So because it's like with the cancer research thing, and I'm like 3 years cancer survivor, cancer free. So the shoe like means a lot to me. So that would probably be the only shoe I would never sell.
All right, what do you consider, like, there's definitions of grails and there's definitions of, like, you know, rare shoes. What is, like, one shoe that you don't have that you would consider, like, a shoe to get?
The one shoe that I wish that I could get, and I doubt I'll ever get it, it's called the Air Ultimate. It was a shoe that David Robinson first wore back in '93, and then the Fab Five wore it too, with like black and gray suede. It was like it kind of looked like an anaconda type sneaker with like a futuristic strap around the ankle. I had the shoe when I was in middle school, when I was in in high school, and I loved that shoe so much, and I wish I could find it again. I've seen it on eBay at a different color for like certain prices, but I've always missed out on the sale. But that one shoe, if I could get it, I would love to get it.
You know, like obviously with myself, I collect sneakers. You know, I love sneakers, just like talking about them, learning the history on them. And I've always told myself if I can go back, because when I was a kid, I was getting Jordans and stuff, and you know, growing up in the mid '80s and stuff, when Jordans first came out, it was a popular thing. You spent $80 on a pair of Jordans, right? I wish I can go back, knowing what I know now, collect as many Jordans I can have now to say, hey, I had these 85s. I had the Jordan 3s and 88. You know, just things like that. Have you ever thought about that before?
Not really. The one shoe I've actually more so, what I wish that I did is like back in the early 2000s, when like sneakers were, people called them like expensive, like Bapes were out there like $300-400, Prada, stuff like that. I wish I was more so in tune with it, where I could have went to Flight Club and dropped like $3,000 or $4,000 on a shoe then, knowing that that shoe would have been worth like 3, 4, 5 times as much now. And basically that being a shoe that I'm like trying to get now. I wish I would have really did that and thought about it. But again, like you would never think back then, especially with your parents, I was telling you like you spend so much on sneakers, it's a waste of money, and then next thing you know, now it's not even like a waste of money. It's more of like an investment on top of like an addiction, you know?
All right, so obviously you know a lot about sneakers, by the silhouette, by the numbers for shoes. What would you consider the most overrated shoe? It could be a particular Jordan number, or it could be the Jordan brand itself. What would you consider an overrated shoe?
Most overrated shoe is the Yeezy, in my opinion. I think the Yeezy is probably the most overrated shoe ever created, just on the fact that the shoe was made for the fact of it being a Kanye shoe. It's not like the shoe is of this like excellent quality where you have different types of animal skins, things of that nature, like a Brooklyn Zoo, or you know, or something like the Legends of Summer shoes. But I just think that the Yeezy is such a overrated shoe that it just gets so much credit for like only reason it being for Kanye. So that's just the one shoe I call it like the sneakerhead startup shoe. Like if you want to be a sneakerhead, you think that you could be popular, you'll buy a pair of Yeezys, some jeans, and a Bape hoodie, and then you think you're in.
All right. Now, we got to get to this because we know we all saw the photo, and I knew you were going to have a backstory for this one because you've been in the sneaker game for a minute. Now, a lot of rappers today are claiming to be sneaker guys or, you know, connoisseurs of the game. We saw that Fabulous got called out for having fake shoes. We see DJ Khaled and his Oreo antics, which is different things for his antics. And, of course, what do we see come up this week? Jim Jones. And you already started the story. So if you can tell everybody what happened on the story for us, like the Peas shoe, if you don't mind.
Well, I mean, my thing is you know, look, it's cool to like be part of the culture and everything like that, but like a lot of these rappers, which, you know, I'm a big fan of like Fab. Fab's one of my favorite rappers, and he's probably one rappers I respect in terms of a sneaker collector, and we all get caught out there, you know, but like some of these dudes like Khaled, who gets like 6 pairs of Oreos and sits at a table dipping them in milk, like that's whack. Like that doesn't show that you're a sneaker collector. Like this dude had a sneak peek and he didn't even know the names of the sneakers that he actually had. He called the Motorsport 5 the Carolinas. Like it you know, like this is a culture that a lot of us like really love. Like we learn about the shoe. I have 13 and 12-year-olds that know more about sneakers than a lot of these dudes. And for you to come out like just because like you're an artist or you have some sort of connect that you think you have, and you pull out like you're gonna pull out a Ray Allen 11 and say, "Oh, I heard Ray got these, but I didn't had them." And dude, you don't even know that those shoes are fake. Like, that shoe was made just, Ray is my cousin, and, you know, I asked when that shoe came out, I called my uncle and said, and I even posted a text on Instagram of me texting my uncle saying, hey, can I get a pair of these? And my uncle, his own father, and his mother said, we can't even get a pair. You know, they were made for Ray, and then Jordan made them for our little cousins, like the kids also, because, you know, Jordan loves making sneakers for kids. Like, he made sneakers for Carmelo's son and stuff like that. So there was also pairs made in a limited size just for, like, our little cousins. But I couldn't even get a pair. His older brother couldn't get a pair. His sisters couldn't get a pair. But people that have Ray's size, like, I know sneaker collectors that I won't put their names out there because they don't want to be known that they actually have that shoe, but they actually wear Ray's size. So they actually have a real pair of that shoe. But, like, you've seen it in a 10 or 11. You know, PEs are made in other sizes, but that shoe was not made in any other sizes. So for you to, like, even go on Sneaker Watch and say on a video that, like, you're educating people about PEs, like, you sound like a fool. And, like, even for Sneaker Watch to even, like, feed into that and let this guy say these things like he knows what he's talking about is just dumb. And it just made him look like even more of a clown.
Yeah, see, the thing was, I had got a hold of the video. I haven't seen it. So, like, I do interviews for the athletes on Sneaker Watch. I don't have any control over the celebrity part. And I haven't just seen the video. And I was like, y'all know those are not real, right? And they were like, what are you talking about? I said, that's not a real shoe. He doesn't have the shoe. First off, Ray doesn't wear a size 11 or a 10 and a half, whatever the shoe was. And they were like, what? I was like, those aren't real. He can get got too. And then I remember, like, somebody posted the Instagram of the guy that he bought the shoes from. His name was Frugal 420, I believe. First off, his name was Frugal.
Right.
Anybody named Frugal that sells shoes, I got a problem with that. And,
exactly.
And I saw how many, like, usually when you know some of these guys that sell shoes, they got a lot of followers. They got a lot of people that are prominent in the game. This guy had not one follower. I looked at his followers. He had not one follower, not named Jim Jones, that had any kind of clout in the game. So I was like, wow, really, that's crazy. So, yeah, I'm glad you spoke up on it because I saw the Cali one and it was out of hand. I was just like, really? Because there's guys like Fat Joe that I respect in the shoe game. He's had sneakers for a while. You know, even the guy that a lot of people criticize, which is Wale. Wale has been a guy that's been around for a while, too.
Wale has been doing it for a while. Like, in terms of a collector, I respect him. You know, there's people like him, Kid Cudi, I respect, you know, in terms of a collector. You know, Stale, big, you know, fan of Stale, and I'm a fan of him collecting. But, you know, like, this guy, like, some of these dudes just get in it because they think, like, it's a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
Yeah, and another guy that we forgot to mention, which there is a video. I happen to one day just be on YouTube, and I love looking at sneaker videos and stuff like that. Trinidad James. He has a video.
Yeah, he's a huge collector.
Yeah.
And Trinidad Trinidad respects it, and Trinidad loves the quality and the details and stitching and stuff for his shoe. Like, he's a big collector, you know, big respected collector. You may not like his music, but as a collector, like, he's respected among all the sneaker community.
All right, now for the sneaker community, what would you consider some of the issues that go along with the sneaker that could be fixed? Say there's some things that you think that maybe pricing is a little too crazy. Maybe Jordan is bringing out too many shoes. What do you think is some prime issues in the sneaker community?
I mean, the biggest thing for me is just, you know, about like the fakes. That's one big thing. But the other thing is that my big thing is, like, people just getting into it for the wrong reasons. Like, you know, we've done it for, like, a lot of us do it because we love shoes. But a lot of these guys get into it just for the simple fact of, like, they want to make money, or they think it's going to make them popular. And that's the only thing that I don't like. I mean, because at the end of the day, before Instagram, before Facebook, before any of that, I've collected shoes, before any social media. And if IG and all that stuff went away tomorrow, I'm still going to be collecting because I just love it. you know. But a lot of these people, if all that stuff like ended, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, these dudes wouldn't collect ever again. But the only reason they're doing it is because they think it may bring the popularity, or they're doing it to, like, you know, resell sneakers at a really high rate. You know, there's some guys that collect PEs and samples, and they never wear them. Only thing they do is take pictures of them, and then after they take pictures of them, they try to sell them for high prices, and that's it. Like, they don't even have a collection, a shoe that they may have had the previous week because, you know, they just bought it because they thought it was going to make them popular. That's the only thing I wish would change, but I know it's not. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, again, I'm happy so many people are into it and they enjoy it. But I just wish some people would like be in it because they really, really like it, opposed to just thinking like it's gonna make them popular.
All right, before we get out of here, we had one of my good close friends that I've met over the past year. He called into our show, a friend of the show, you know, Sneaker Sensei. He called into the show. And he brought up an interesting question. And we've still been lurking on this question. Name us an athlete that has a signature shoe that shouldn't have a signature shoe. Meaning, how did he get a signature shoe? Or how does he have one?
Wow. Damn. Who shouldn't have a signature shoe that has one? Oh, man. Damn. Who has a signature shoe that should not have one? Past or present?
Either or, yeah. Definitely past, because it's more past.
Oh, more past? Oh, man. I wasn't a big fan of Grant Hill having a shoe. I wasn't a big fan of that. I mean, he was good and all, but I didn't think it was like that. You know, so that was one thing. I mean, I was like, that was big. That was a big thing with me, like Grant Hill. And I wouldn't. That's the one thing about him. Grant Hill, nah. That's probably my biggest pet peeve.
Would you be upset if I said Penny Hardaway shouldn't have his own shoe?
I doubt that. I think that I think Penny was crowned to be the next by Mike, but the injuries killed him. You know, so I mean, you got to remember, if it wasn't for Penny, there would be no phone posit. So you got to remember that the phone posit wasn't even going to be out unless it was if it wasn't for Penny Hardaway.
All right, if you could pick
you know the history behind that, right?
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Someone did mention about the whole.
So without Penny, if it wasn't for Penny saying to the guy, "Hey, what's that shoe?" and then he was like, "Hey, nah, this is just some garbage." If it wasn't for Penny pushing to get that shoe, we would never have a phone posit. So we kind of got to give him his credit.
Yeah, you brought up a good point there. Then I might have to retract that because that is true. I forgot about the phone posit story. That's true. Now, if there's an athlete that you wish could have had his own signature shoe that didn't have one, who would it be?
Oh man,
or any celebrity, anybody you think would be cool to have a signature shoe?
Honestly, I wish. Well, I mean, he did, but wow, damn, I don't know if you could really call. He did kind of have a shoe, but not really. I always respected and loved Eddie Jones, but he was part of Jordan Brand, so I guess you could say he had a signature shoe. But damn, yeah, I mean Eddie Jones to me. No, Kenny Anderson.
Oh man,
I wish Kenny Anderson would have had his own shoe.
Crazy story about Kenny Anderson. We actually know Kenny. He's called into the show as well. As a good friend of the show,
yeah.
I talk to him every other day about stuff.
I wish Kenny would have had his own shoe because, especially for like what he did, his handles. I think Kenny was a little bit ahead of his time. So I mean, like to me, Kenny was the AI before AI. So. You know, big. I think Kenny should have had his own shoe.
Man, that is interesting. I've never heard that, and that's actually a good friend of the show, so that's interesting. Now, before we get out of here, what I want you to do is plug any website that you're part of, your own personal website, your Instagram, Twitter, etc.
Well, just follow me on IG. I am Soundwave_. And then also you can follow my fam. A Tribe Called Fresh on Instagram. A_tribe_called_fresh. We're just a bunch of dudes that call each other family, and all we do is have a love for sneakers. But other than that, sneakers brought us together. But other than that, we're big fans.
Yeah, especially from the Tribe Called Fresh, which one of you guys I've talked to him before several times on Jazzy. He's a good friend as well. Good guy. And,
yeah, definitely.
You guys gotta. I use the hashtag a lot, man. Trust me. I use the hashtag a lot on Instagram. I respect you guys a lot. You guys have a deep, extensive collection. You guys know a lot about the shoes. Inspire some shoes, as I see as well. So you guys keep doing your thing out there. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, man.
All right. I appreciate Soundwave.
All right, man. You guys have a good night.
All right.
All right, you too.
All right. All right. Thank you. All right, everybody. That was Soundwave. Man, I'm telling you guys, I think about a year ago, when I started really getting more into Instagram for sneakers and stuff, not just looking at photos, I was appointed to go follow this guy. And he is a big-time sneaker guy. You want to talk about history, and that's something that nobody knows about, the phone posit story, how it came to be. It's a true story. Penny Hardaway doesn't go to the Nike, campus, and they had a phone posit by a trash can. He looks at it, says, "What is that?" And they were saying it was a throwaway shoe. It would never come out. He takes that shoe. We might not have the phone posit. So, Dave, your beloved red phone posits, your beloved black phone posits.
Yeah, but I wasn't one of those ones to take away Penny's shoe deal, because I have had at least 4 or 5 pair of pennies in my lifetime.
I think we all have, man.
Okay.
And you know what? I may have to take points off on myself on the point scale, because I'm going to take points off because
-10 for the dark skins.
Yep.
You lost points for us.
You know why? Because you know why? I did buy a penny this year already, a Dorn Becker penny. So yeah, I got to take points off myself.
Take a signature deal away, man.
But you know what though? But you agree though. If it was a certain, if you really look at what he had a hot run. But what is a hot run? Okay, how many players have had a hot run? We can name.
Kyrie.
Kyrie has a hot run, so he has one shoe.
Okay.
Are we expecting the Kyrie too?
Yes.
So
yes, it's a signature line now.
So is it just because to me, all those guys that are having these Nike so off and so on, Gary Payton had 2 or 3. Was it 3?
Okay.
He had a hot, but he's been around forever. He only had 3.
Short-term deal, man.
But why is Penny still getting shoes made?
Because they popular. Because you still bought them in 2015.
No, but he has a Penny 5. That has nothing. Scottie Pippen has a shoe now.
Those things are horrible, by the way.
And yeah, Pippen has a shoe, by the way, now. A new shoe.
You gonna buy those?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Overlord says I can't buy them.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm just, it's interesting. But like I said, yeah, if you guys didn't see it on Instagram, Jim Jones did post a photo of some fake Jordans that hurt my soul. As a sneaker guy, I'm all about, hey, if you want to show off your collection, boast, fine. But I think there has to be a parameter for these rich guys. Because unlike, I think if we all were filthy rich or just had money where we can go to the flight club, we would all take a trip and just do everything we need to do and get everything going. But, Jim Jones has no excuse. Now, I can understand, if one of us went out there, we found a guy that was selling some shoes, and we were like, hey, man, we got some shoes that seem legit, buy them. But I think we know in our right mind not to buy no Ray 11s like that, right?
Right.
But I'm just saying, if it were to happen to us, it's a little different than Jim Jones. Think about this. We're nobodies compared to Jim Jones, right?
Yeah, but we got access to people.
Yeah. We got access to people.
We don't have an excuse in 2015.
But you know what, though? Jim Jones, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He has money. So, first off, he can get to Jordan Brand. Matter of fact, he's been inside the Jordan factory before. So I understand how he couldn't, get that. I've had a chance to talk to one Jordan rep ever in my life. And I was at a Mavs game and just ran across one. So, I mean, we've all had some kind of encounter where we know someone that works at Villa. We know someone that's a part of a family member that sells sneakers.
Exactly.
We know stuff. So, to me, there's no excuse. And to me, it all goes back to stunting, which I think that, hey, if you're going to stunt right. Know what you're doing when you stunt, right? Because you know what? I think the slap in the face will be one day if y'all go on Instagram and I got on a fake pair of Jordans. And then that'll be like the ultimate no-no. Then it's like, what am I saying? You got to know what you're doing. Like, you got to find out the history of shoe. Like, I've had BMO come to my house before. Me and BMO sat down. BMO told me everything about the 11. He broke down 11 from the tongue to the bottom of the shoe, the inside shoe, the tag, what it's supposed to say. He'll tell you about the shoe. So I can trust BMO to say, hey, man, them 11s out there look nice, man. You need to get them. You know, like if it was a phone posit, I could take DA, you know, to a store or like a bodega or a shop and say, hey, if they got the shoe.
Not getting kicks from the bodega, Holmes.
You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, like, hey, somebody on the street saying, you know, they got a Facebook or Craig.
At Bruton Bazaar. We're going to go to Bruton Bazaar and find some.
Go to Motown, find some in a clear package. And they wrap them up in that foil.
I think we'll know we got an issue before becoming a package. But you know, like, I can trust her because Dave does his research. Like, Davis bought shoes off. You bought shoes off of eBay, right?
I have.
You bought the phone posits right off of eBay, right?
No, my phones came. Pair of my phones came from what's the name of that place? DK, now known as
Villa.
There you go.
Which, by the way,
didn't know that.
Which, by the way, Villa does not tax shoes. You get everything at retail.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you would not be charged $275 for a pair of Jordan that came out from 180.
Oh, for real? That sucks.
So I think that's a good thing. And I mean, they keep everything. They sold the LeBron championship pack, the LeBron 10 pack. That's been out for like 3 or 4 years. So I think, you know, personally, being a sneaker guy, I think we all have some kind of like thing about sneakers. Like Dave won't admit it, but Dave got sneakers all everywhere that he won't bring out for some odd reason. We've discussed this.
We can't make him bring his shoes out.
Out.
Just let him.
I think you know what it's gonna take. It's gonna take the man in the baggy clothes to show up one day.
Yeah, yeah.
and that's the only reason he'll bring
in the Jordan tiers.
If he show up in the baggy clothes, will you bring him out?
It got to be a legitimate reason.
No, that's
Which pen?
The 5s.
Okay.
Silver box.
And I told you what's gonna happen when you raise that storage door up.
He did it. See, this one you know I should have known I was in trouble when I was asking for it. He was like, we pull up to the storage room. And he goes, hey, man, you can get out. I need to go get some shoes. I should have known I was some trick to that, right? That I was going to be amazed by something. I should have known that, right? But no, Hollywood just had to go up the stairs.
Come on, yeah. Come hang out, man.
Come hang out. And then he goes like this. Then, like a sneaker person can recognize a box from a distance. First box you see is a silver box. We already in trouble. And this box is in perfect condition. So I know this shoe ain't been usually touched. Then he started putting out 11s. Then he started putting out all this other stuff. I'm like, what's going on here? Yeah, man, somebody know about here. What are we doing here?
Where are your kicks?
Yeah. Last name _Lovers told me a while back that, hey, he ain't showed you all he got yet.
And I believe him. And I always believe
2K4 Hirachis.
Because D told me that before too. You know, he told me that, hey,
listen, it's not about. It's not. Wait a minute.
We know it's not about.
It's not about me.
We know it's not
talking about Jim Jones and his 11.
Yeah, we're done with that though.
We're done.
Yeah,
we moved on.
I don't know,
we moved on.
Jim Jones is officially on the block list. Just like you put Fabulous on the block list. You were the first one to hate. I
was disappointed. I was thoroughly disappointed.
But just like you said, like that's one of my favorite rappers. And then you find out one of your favorite rappers is wearing a fake shoe. That'll hurt your soul a little bit.
Now his raps aren't legit.
Right, because I don't.
I think the problem is, I think a lot. With
it took that picture of Coney Island on the bench, posing.
Like the problem I have is this, and I think that's something like
you pose with him, Dave.
Like for instance, that was the problem. And see, he was showing off because it was an early release, and we all learned from guys like Sneaker Sensei. You got to be careful. I've been got before. He even said I've been got before. But thank God Instagram wasn't around. Because, a person like people look at me a certain kind of way. It's been a guy that know these things. And, everybody's been got on sneakers. Luckily, I haven't been. I almost got one time. But I kind of was thankful somebody was with me that kind of said, nah, bro, it's too good to be true. So I think we all been got before. But I think, honestly, we can all go somewhere and we can talk about. And we have a different, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong for saying this, and I don't want to say if I'm legislating DA, but when I come across to a guy like Khaled, doesn't feel like sometimes it's just like he's doing it just to say, hey, man, I got money.
My question is, okay, in terms of that, does that now make you listen to the next Khaled tape a different way? Because I don't think that we're ever going to meet him, and if we are we going to have nemesis confrontation with him? I mean, are you ever going to say, hey, Yo, them Oreos, kid. What was up with that?
But see, no, Fat Joe brought up a story already. That he's talked to him about it. You know, Fat Joe's a guy that's
good.
And Fat Joe said that, you know, like, Khaled is a guy that's been wearing shoes for a long time, but for some odd reason, you know, I guess maybe it's because he did come across a lot of money that now he can get multiple pair of shoes. It's okay to dunk his Oreo 4s in some milk.
Well, you can do all that all you want to. I got a pair of Oreo 6s. You're not finna see me.
He put his Oreos in milk?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm,
Okay.
Come on now. I'm not finna do anything crazy like that. I mean, I understand that you have money and you be like, hey, I got another pair. I can do whatever I want to do. I'm not finna do that.
No splashing in the mud for your white Columbias?
Negative.
Oh,
now you guys would be ashamed. Let's
no, Dave.
It brings back to most sports talk. Say if, for instance, if I'm on Instagram and y'all will be third, I'll probably get I couldn't even get through posting the hashtags quick enough. If I had posted some crap with like these Reeboks,
you took your wheats and went paddleboard in them.
No, took my wheats and got some Wheaties next to it. You right?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, you gonna be like,
but you got a Wheaties box next to it. It ain't like you pouring Wheaties on the shoes.
What about the homie? What about the homie that took the bread and lettuce and put the lettuce, tomato, and turkey in between them?
I hate him.
They don't do that. The
breads.
I know
but it says bread.
I know what it says, Dave. I know what it means. I'm not doing it.
They put the grape fives in there. Like,
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. See, you got the strawberries and your melons and your grape fives.
So you gonna put the grapes in there like that? Come
Yeah.
on. No,
ain't nobody jumped into the Pacific Ocean with the Pacific Blue 7s on.
I'm not doing it. But if
or nobody showed up with, you know what I'm saying, with a live wolf with the wolf grade 5s. They just lay them right by a wolf.
Yeah, why aren't you lounging
now,
on like a dead wolf rug
now, what was cool
in your wolf grade 5?
Now the one thing I did like,
or like in a wolf suit.
What was cool on Instagram though, a true story. There's a guy that he does pest control, and
well, he's losing right there because
he's a big time like
Don't tell me he works in them.
Oh, well, no, this is the story. Nike sent him because he will wear Kobe's. He collect Kobe's, he'll wear Kobe's. He had on some Kobe snake skins. And he happens to catch, like, he's a guy that catches, like, rare, like, rats and animals, stuff like that. He had a rat, and it was a rat next to him. And, I mean, like, the shot was done. Nike used it. So, hey, he got paid for it. I don't know. I'm just saying, man, like, hey.
Man.
So right now,
okay,
every pair of sneaker I got that's affiliated with an animal or fruit.
So now what Chris needs to do
vegetable
is take his 8s and then like pose next to the Entourage box set.
Or take a picture with him.
Yeah, Chris and Vinny Chase and Turtle.
Or DA can do what? He can get his original breads and and put them inside of Iron King's bread bag.
What bread we using? Hawaiian Falls?
Yes, sweet rolls.
Why?
The little mini sub ones too.
It just put all the mini
Yeah.
ones.
Breads with my bread. It is corny, but you know what? That's just high level stuff. Is that no different than the Regal out here with the Tide logo, and he jumps out with the Tide jacket on? Because I'm pretty sure some car guy is offended by that. Okay. That is no way to treat a Chevy Regal.
Right.
Okay.
Hold on, Buick. Thank you.
Okay.
What do Chevys make? What's their version of the Regal? Or what was their version of the Regal?
Call Tom or something.
Like a box Chevy, really.
Call somebody from TSO or something. Right. So, all right, before we go to break, I just got a quick question for fellas. And
No, wait a minute. Hold on.
yeah.
This ain't so if I shoot like an Instagram video of me in the Impala, the Krispy Kreme Impala pulling up the Krispy Kreme. No.
We don't see. But you know what?
That's like if you had a Trident car, you put out some Trident.
Yeah.
So ain't
that's all I would buy is Trident.
Okay, y'all remember them cars where they had like the cereals on like Cheerios and
yeah,
tricks,
that's
stuff
what I'm
like
saying.
that. So nobody
with the matching jacket. You wouldn't come out with the matching jacket and the Zubas.
I would have had a car first.
You know what? Just because I would have did that. I have a whole like a Sam's. I have like a Sam's bulk.
Wait till we go to the juke joint and you offend somebody with your juke joint suit.
If I had a
you ain't a real leisure suit dude.
Hold up. What if it backfires and they like it? Then what we do?
If I had a Cheerios box Chevy,
yeah.
That's even
I would have matching jacket.
So you pick the box Chevy out of all of them.
Matching pants.
I'll get some custom Cheerios 11s.
Thank you.
And then you got the brown Dickies.
Thank you.
Brown Dickies. I have a Dickie suit.
Church.
You know what I'm saying? Had Cheerios on the back.
High level stuff.
When I open my back seat, my back seat car door, you're gonna see a Sam's Club-esque bulk like box of Cheerios, and they gonna fall out the back seat.
And
200 likes on IG right now.
I guarantee you why DA is promoting this. He's not gonna be nowhere near that car.
There's no way I'll be near that car with the Cheerios in the back.
Come on, man.
See,
I need sports questions.
You just
You
just gave me an idea to go put on a wolf suit and lay about a live wolf because I got on the wolf grade 5s, but I can't do the Cheerios thing.
Okay, so
isn't it similar to the '80s NBA posters?
it is.
Thank you.
It is because they
Thank
used to do
you.
this.
There it is.
Wolf grade 5s on a dead wolf rug with like a nice Alaskan background.
I'm gonna do it.
Thank you.
But see,
Thank you.
When I get my house, I'm doing it.
Okay, but see, to me, that right there will be the exact same thing as the guy did with the Kobe's, the snakeskin. He got around something that was unusual. Like, ain't no brothers around here posing in no snakeskin with a snake in their hand. Like, they taking like a Oreo and dipping it in milk.
Bottom line is, make sure your shoes are real, boys and girls.
True.
There you go.
And don't be out here throwing out Ray Allen's name. All right, stop.
And then you got the dude is family, and then you try to argue the dude, and then the dude said, "Okay, I'm gonna do you one favor. I'm gonna actually call the person who wears the shoes, and we'll ask him." And now, guess what you do? After DA explained it to me, he deleted the tweet and deleted the Instagram.
Of course he is,
because he knew he screwed up.
Like Dave said, do not wear fake shoes.
And why they got to be like the rappers that do this? The ones that we know that like the stuff.
Just wear Roshis if you can't afford like cool Jordans.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're like $70.
Let's take a break. Dave, you want some sports questions?
I thought Chris had sports questions for us.
He does too. I do have some as well. I got some trivia.
We're doing trivia tonight?
Yeah.
Is this like multiple choice trivia, or are you going to like throw some player A, player B stats?
No, I'm not going to do y'all like that. I have little hints in there.
Oh, you're not going to do us like that. Thank you. We're forgiven.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it does involve college basketball and NBA.
And like I said, next week, someone else be visiting Hollywood. We got a good one next week. Cause see, this guy here does his research. He does his research. Me and Dave already talked about this guy. He does his research. He loves sneakers, and he also loves generic 80s basketball players because he's working on a mixtape. Yes, it's confirmed. He has an 80s mixtape with John Concact. I swear to God.
The great. It's a new great.
He has a 20-minute, and he asked that we all get one individual player of a spare, and he's going to find highlight tapes, and he's going to make a highlight tape for us.
Just one? Just one?
You get your LeBron Cork 8s and surround yourself with a bunch of Moet.
But why got to be more?
But no, just the corks.
Just corks.
Just
stepping on a pile of corks. Or jumping out of them like Scrooge McDuck.
I love Scrooge McDuck.
So, hold up. Then that leads to this question. It's going to end the segment right here. So, what if you get Michael Vick's trainers? What are you surrounded with? I'm just asking.
On a break. B-Most Trivia is up next. Most Sports Talk, afterparty.com on the A side.
Who you calling a bitch? Brother, call a girl a bitch or a hoe. Trying to make a sister feel low. You know all of that got to go. Now everybody knows there's exceptions to this rule. I don't be getting mad when we playing, it's cool. But don't you be calling me out my name. I bring rap to those who disrespect me like a dame. That's why I'm talking. One day I was walking down the block. I had my cut off shorts on right, cause it was crazy hot. I walked past these dudes when they passed me. One of them felt my booty, he was nasty. I turned around red, somebody was catching a rat. Then the little one said, yeah, me, bitch. And laughed. Since he was with his boys, he tried to break fly. I punched him dead in his eyes and said, who you calling a bitch? U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let him know. U-N-I-T-Y. That's a woman. Here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let him know. You ain't a bitch, you're a hoe. Here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let him know. U-N-I-T-Y. That's a woman. Here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let him know. You ain't a bitch, you're a hoe.
a rough and take it out on me, but that's about enough. You put your hands on me again, I'll put your ass in handcuffs. I guess I fell so deep in love, I grew dependency. I was too blind to see just how it was affecting me. All that I knew is you was all the man I had, and I was scared to let you go, even though you treated me bad. But I don't wanna see my kids see me getting beat down by daddy smacking mommy all around. You say I'm nothing without you, but I'm nothing with you. A man don't really love you if he hits you. This is my notice to the tool. I'm not taking it no more. I'm not your personal whore. That's not what I'm here for. Ain't nothing good gon' come to you till you do right by me. Brother, you wait and sit in the bitch. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let 'em know. U-N-I-T-Y. That's what I here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let 'em know. You ain't a bitch or a hoe. Here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let 'em know. U-N-I-T-Y. That's what I here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let 'em know. You ain't a bitch or a hoe. What's going on in your mind is what I ask you. But like yo, you don't hear me though. You wear a rag around your head and you call yourself a gangster bitch. Now that you saw Apache's video, I saw you wildin', acting like a fool. I peeped you out the window, jumping girls after school. But where did all of this come from? A minute ago you wasn't heard and nobody ever heard of you. Now you a wannabe hard. You barely know your ABCs. Please, there's plenty of people out there with triggers ready to pull it. Why you trying to jump in front of the bullet, young lady? And real bad girls are the silent type. Ain't none of this work getting your face sliced, cause that's what happened to your homegirl, right? Walking with nobody. She got to wear that for life. Who you calling a bitch? U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let 'em know. U-N-I-T-Y. That's what I'm here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let 'em know. You ain't a bitch or a hoe. Here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let 'em know. U-N-I-T-Y. Come on, here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You must let 'em know. You ain't a bitch or a hoe.
You guys, you have been hearing us talk about Justin Camper of BuildMyScores.com. We've been encouraging you guys to get on the right track to building your financial freedom. But you know what's important is to do your homework, no matter who you decide to go with. And we did our homework. And Justin, I've got to tell you, I'm thoroughly impressed with the great customer reviews that I've seen on BuildMyScores.com. Can you, think of any challenging customers that come to mind that you help repair their credit?
Well, we've had hundreds. I mean, just last month alone, we had 30 people get approved for homes. One that stands out was probably about 6-8 months ago, and he was approved for a home, but then realized he wanted to build one, so he needed a much higher credit score for a construction loan. Okay. And he unfortunately already put money down with the contractor, and so he was going to be out money if he couldn't have got approved. They already started the home. He had 120 days. He needed, it was like 60 points. Okay. We had to customize our approach a little different than usual to speed up it for him. We got him what he needed. It was hard. We ended up having to do some pay for deletions right at the end, right before closing to make sure it got done. But that's what you get with Build My Scores. You're not a number. We customize our approach based on your situation. No credit score, no person is the same, but a lot of those other companies out there, that's how it is. With us, it's more a customized audit approach. We can tweak when we need to. So don't stress out. If you're not sure what you need to do, that's what we're here for. So contact Build My Scores for a free consultation. We'll help you in any way we can. Call us at 866-611-9531 or find us on the web at www.buildmyscores.com and request a free consultation there. And we'll get you started on your financial freedom.
You are tuned into the A-Side on THAAfterparty.com.
Get inspired, get educated, get motivated, be the change. With Mr. Community, Antoine Wiley, with his new show, In the Community. Featuring the Community Spotlight, the Bulletin Board, the Hour of Power, and the Inspirational Moment. Tune in
10 a.m. to noontime, Tuesdays
on THAAfterparty.com. Are you positioning yourself to be the next top entrepreneur, CEO, or industry leader? Join us weekends for ways to elevate your career with panel discussions and team building exercises among professionals for strategies needed to move in business with purpose. Hosted by Montana Mitchum and Daniil Veazey. Friday, 10 a.m. to noontime on the A-side with segments The Business Connection, Boss Spotlight, and our semi-annual Bosses Brunch event. See you at the party.
Now you making money, you gotta protect it. Go to BillMyScores.com, they respect it. And what they're gonna do is pull your report. Guarantee they fix issues and improve your scores. You can't make moves like you want report credit. Call for your free consultation and tell them the After Party Radio schedule.
If you've ever considered utilizing a credit repair company, BuildMyScores.com has the industry knowledge, credit expertise, and back-end technology to assist consumers throughout the nation. Tune in for our credit tips here on the After Party Radio at noon and 7:45 p.m. daily. See you at the party.
If you would like to host your own radio show or have an event or business that needs to be exposed, call the office at 214-531-3301 or visit our website, www.theafterparty.com.
Hello, I'm JB, and this is Jazz and Stuff. I host a program right here at the After Party Radio each and every Wednesday from 6 until 8 p.m. We hope you enjoy the music and relax. We will get you in the best mood that you could ever be in on Jazz and Stuff. See you there.
What should I do? Should I admit that I've made mistakes? Should I remind you that I've done this before? Want to see my shiny new shoes? Should I just sell shoes? Shiny new shoes? Maybe I should just disappear.
Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I led you to believe it was easy when it wasn't. Maybe I made you think my highlights started at the free throw line and not in the gym. Maybe I made you think that every shot I took was a game winner. That my game was built on flash and not fire. Maybe it's my fault that you didn't see that failure gave me strength, that my pain was my motivation. Maybe I led you to believe that basketball was a God-given gift and not something I worked for every single day of my life. Maybe I destroyed the game. Or maybe you're just making excuses.
My turn around. Twisted. To meet the Carmel King of the castle, keeping his tight, CL smooth, sipping on Sprite. It's the Macadon, never swerving untitled. Knowing commercial rap needs to be recycled. Yeah. Collecting cans for Nick's picks, my latest LP. Now obey my thirst, son, precisely. I got the knack to rock, I'm steady heating up the spot. The chocolate boy wonder making heads bob. Plus to be up and down on that chair. This is how we work it. Grab the big Sprite and you know we jerk it right out the fridge. It's just like this with a dab dib. Yeah.
I give a pound to my man with my right hand.
Yes.
Because I keep the Sprite in the left hand.
Okay.
And then I push the button when I don't want to hear nothing. I let it go when I want to hear something.
Yeah.
This is how we flow when we in the studio. Freestyle with Sprite. Yo, how the rest go. First things first, obey your thirst. Sprite, alright?
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
All right, cut and print. Beautiful, guys. Dynamite. That is...
for you, nigga.
I should point out for the record, Stevie Ray, look at this. Take a look.
What's up, world? This is Steve Jackson, a.k.a. Stack 5. You are listening to Mo Sports Talk down in Dallas, man. We getting it in, man. Stay tuned and keep your ears locked.
Down.
That's it.
We're back, Mo Sports Talk. Mouthwash Challenge right now. Mr. Henderson is the leader with 2 minutes. Wearing a very Beavis Laugh-like shirt, by the way, that I did realize.
You know, that's not good, though. Think about it. Because the mouthwash challenge, it does have some sort of alcohol in it. Does that make me like the hardest drinker in the
That's
world?
right.
Yeah.
It may tell you about your tolerance, brother.
And about consuming alcohol.
Brother.
So,
You snitched
what
on
did Charles
yourself.
Haley do it? He may do it for a whole segment.
He'll just drink
Charles
the
is
bottle.
going to drink it. He ain't even said where to hold it.
Oh, who does his Hall of Fame speech, by
Oh,
the
he
way?
already has a person.
Who?
Jay Novacek?
Wouldn't that be ironic, though? Are we all going, is that a watch party for us? Can that be a
That
watch-
might be the time.
Yeah.
It might be the one Hall of Fame speech I want to stop down and listen to.
It's a watch party for us.
Okay.
Well, we can get invited to Kenton.
We going? And we all get ace cups. Guess the aces on.
Guest of Haley?
That would be kind of awesome. Because then what if he like knew about us? Then he'd be like,
He was like, Mo Sports Talk, stand up. Like,
nah, we don't stand up.
I'm looking around like,
You better stand up.
He said, y'all know who y'all are. Remember that
y'all
time?
gonna stand up.
Y'all remember that time we was
Well, I
in the
guess-
Wranglers game? I was like, yeah, we do, Charles.
Yes, we do.
Why did he do that? Is that when that started at?
And then you know what he gonna call us out. Then you gonna like, y'all remember this? And he pulls out the cup from the Allen Rangers game and just slam it on the podium.
The cup, the flask and everything.
And he slammed it on the podium.
I thought we were having trivia. You people.
That is trivia. If he pull out that cup.
That's more than trivia. That's history.
That's history right there.
He wins. What if he brings a bottle up there with him? He wins.
Hey, there's a greater than 2% chance that he may be drunk during that speech. Okay.
All right. Trivia. B-Most trivia is
I
on
think
deck.
we all win.
Yeah, we win if we going to Canton.
No, we all win if we get an inebriated Charles Haley giving a Hall of Fame speech.
Yeah.
So who you gonna talk noise about? Jay Novacek?
Yes.
As usual.
Yes, that's his homie.
Yeah. The big
That's his
homie.
only homie.
Yeah, that's his homie.
Oh, hey, this is homie.
That may be-
You hear nothing but great accolades in the next year about Charles Haley.
Yes,
Trust me.
Eskimo brothers.
I'd
You
imagine
probably
that
gonna
they
talk about
could
Tony
be.
Casillas. Like they knew did.
All right. B-Mo trivia is on deck. Dave.
Yeah, you gave your. Oh, hold up. You gave trivia. You gave trivia your own name.
Yes.
B-Bo trivia.
Lord,
It's Hollywood at 8. Hollywood at 8. He got his own
All he
segment.
needs is one of them skinny mics like they used to have in the 80s with the game.
Good old Star Search Ed McMahon Mike.
And then,
Oh, Carson
you
Mike.
know, Eggman man used to hold the mic right here.
Way
at the back.
down there,
What are you doing? What are you doing? You can't hold the mic in the middle.
What is with that mic? Do they make those
That was
mics
a
still?
performer, man.
One of them Bob Barker mics, Bob Barker used to do the same
You
thing.
can't even see the mic.
You can't see the mic, dog.
What is that?
Because you wanted to see his fly 80 suit.
Did they?
I did.
Is that some kind of cliche?
Plus, the wire was probably like 100 feet long.
There's no wireless mic back then.
Okay. Well, no, thank you. There were any wireless mics back then.
So is that some
And
kind of
you
like
see, he didn't walk around that much with
So
all
we
that
should do
cord
that
back
then.
there.
We ever do a live show? We need to find us one of those 80s mics.
The mic is not gonna work. So we plug it into something, it's gonna blow up.
Now, what if it worked though? That'd be kind of cool.
I'm using it then. All right, y'all. There are 7 players I have right here, and I did not use a spiral, Dave. So you should be proud of me.
Listen,
Thank God.
just don't pull out the spiral, and I'll be proud of
He's
you.
gonna pull out one of those ones with the dividers in it.
Cut it out.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna get a trapper keeper and bring it up for next week. All right, I have 7 players, Dave, that have won multiple college basketball titles. And an NBA title.
Multiple college titles.
Yes.
And an NBA title.
I think we can
Yes.
forward.
Okay.
So this is all about the ring count right
Okay.
James Ward is one.
now.
No, because he didn't
only
win 2
won
titles
one.
at North Carolina.
Oh, you mean multiple times in college?
Yes, multiple titles in college.
And at least one NBA.
Christian Laettner.
No.
He went on that Heat team?
Bill Walton?
06 Heat?
Bill Walton, yes. Bill Walton won at UCLA in 72-73.
Jabbar?
Jabbar,
Okay.
yes.
You
got 5 more.
Jordan only won one, right?
Jordan only won 1 college title. Yeah, I got those 2 off the back. Bill Walton, UCLA in 72-73. Won a title with the Blazers in 77.
Wilkes?
Jamal Wilkes, you are correct. UCLA 72-73, same squad. Won a title with the Warriors in 75 and the Lakers 80, 82, and 85.
Wow.
Walton also won a title with the Celtics in 86. He was a good old 6-man.
All right, Chris. We got to think about college teams that have won 2 titles. So Duke was the last one that has won 2 titles.
Yeah, 4 more left.
UCLA.
Grant Hill doesn't have an NBA title. Nobody on that Duke team has a
Is it?
ring, I think.
Mm-hmm. No, not that. No, not the team.
Not
Never
that-
mind.
not that
I'm
night-
thinking about this dude player. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No players on that team.
Yeah, no players on that team. No.
Because that's why my guess was later though. Because I thought he was on that one of those. I thought he was on that Miami team,
That
but he
was
wasn't.
16?
No, he was not.
Do they have to win multiple NBA titles? Just
No, just one NBA
No,
title,
just
2
one
college
NBA
titles.
Corey Brewer, there you go. Won in Florida 2006 and 07. Won with the Mavs in 2011. Got 3 more. By the way, this is random. Corliss Williamson has a college basketball title and an NBA title.
Yes, he does.
And Glenn Rice.
Rasheed Wallace only has one, right?
They only got one.
Only got
You
one.
like Corey Brewer might be the only modern era guy though.
It's one more modern era guy.
Because who else won 2 titles?
No, it's not a Florida guy.
Not a Florida guy. Not a Duke
Nope,
guy.
not Duke. It's one more modern era guy that has won
2 titles.
2 titles.
College?
2 titles in college and an NBA championship. He is modern. His
Rip
last.
Hamilton?
No, he only got 1 and 1.
Jesus only got one, right, too.
Now Jesus
He
didn't
didn't get no college title.
Think about who won college titles.
This is a Michigan State guy, isn't it?
No. His last team was the Chicago Bulls that he played on. It's not
Gordon.
who?
Ben Gordon?
No.
No, Ben Gordon doesn't have an NBA title.
Last team he played for was the Bens.
There he is.
You said last NBA team was the Bulls.
His last
He's
NBA
still
team
in
was the
NBA?
Bulls. He is still in the NBA.
Wow.
It was too much time between that 97 and 02 Arizona team, right?
Jason Terry?
No, he only got 1 and 1.
Yes, he only got. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't nobody on that second Arizona team.
Rich Jefferson ain't got nothing.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying it wasn't nobody on that second Arizona team that was on that first team.
Jawan Howard never won one, did he?
Nope.
Nope. Never won a college title.
It has to be back-to-back. That's the tough part.
Juwan Howard never played for the Bulls either.
Yeah. He's in the NBA right now.
Yes, his last team was Chicago Bulls.
But he's on the team now, obviously.
Hold on, you said it was the Bulls?
Was the Bulls.
So he's not in the league. He's not on a team right now.
But he is like the last modern guy besides Brewer.
Okay. All right. So
Correction.
Okay. So
if I name the college, I'm pretty sure you will
don't
get
name
it.
the college then.
You probably go position.
Nah, if I go position, you might get it too.
College titles. Let's
I'm sorry, college
go back to Wooden and Jabbar and Wilkes. I'm trying to think who else is on that squad. Gail Goodrich.
No.
Magic.
No, he only won. He only got one. That's Michigan State. That was only that one that he won.
Georgetown didn't win anything.
They won one.
Won one, yeah.
Nobody's won two in a short period of time since the early '90s Duke. Okay, it's 03. We got two. Let's get two more.
Yeah, this I can't name the school, but it is like mid to late '90s.
It wasn't Michigan State.
No.
UCLA.
No.
UCLA, Michigan State. Not Duke. Not Arizona.
No.
Not Michigan.
Nope.
Not UConn.
Nope.
Not Arizona. Not Arkansas. They man, because how many teams won a title? That's the thing.
You got to think of how many teams won two college titles.
Yeah, two college titles.
Duke was like the last.
Like usually.
Florida. Because Florida doesn't have it besides Brewer. In that case, what's you count?
That's the latest, like back to back.
Yeah, but it's only been two
since
the Duke deal.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't nobody on that Arizona squad though. Like they won in '97. They didn't win again. That Maryland team didn't repeat. C. Booz didn't win a title in the league.
Mm-mm.
You got to think of like league. You got to think of players on title teams.
He's a former Bull.
All right, who we got?
Bull.
Read them off.
I'm going to name the school.
Read them off. Just read the names out.
All right, the name that I did, that I didn't come up with, Nazir Muhammad.
Oh, Kentucky.
Kentucky, 96 and 98. Won with the Spurs in 2005.
That was a good one.
We have Mike Bibby's pops, Henry Bibby.
That's
UCLA, yeah, 72-72. Won with the Knicks in 73.
He was on that Knicks.
Yes, he was. Squad. And we have Mr. Bill Russell.
Back to back with the Duns.
I thought about Bill Russell, but I didn't want to use it.
And Celtics in the 50s and 60s.
Ah, Moten. Stomping
I think we got the obvious ones like Walton and Jabbar and.
Yeah, of
Corey
course.
Brewer came to mind because they mentioned at the Mariners game. Mm-hmm. And I just remember that Florida team had one back to back, which I was shocked they did. Because if it didn't happen, Teron Green would have won a title with Miami Heat if he didn't get cut. Fade to black.
There's a fade to black. I also like to add Derek Anderson, friend of the show. Does have, one title. He has 1 and 1, but he don't have multiple. Corliss Williamson has 1 and 1.
Any of those past two Carolina teams got a NBA title guy?
Rasheed.
No. Post Rasheed. I'm talking about like the Felton squad or the what was the other squad that won? The Ty Lawson team.
I don't think so.
Any of their teammates got titles? Okay, cool.
Shane Battier has 1 and 1.
Danny Green. Danny Green has a title.
Bang.
Sure do.
There you go.
And Shane Battier has 1 too.
Good.
Has a 1 and 1.
Good. See, Bulls ain't got no. Utah Bulls all right.
No, the farthest he got was conference finals against LA. Who was at Utah.
So no Duke. Really, Duke doesn't even have a title in the past. Man, Duke doesn't have a title win at all.
Not at all. All right, quick break. Come back.
But I did like 30 for 30. Christian Laettner.
It is 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick look across the sports landscape. We are down to the 16 teams in the NCAA tournament, and I have a question. Think of your cities with 4 pro sports teams, and we will get the rest back to you. Most Sports Talk on theafterparty.com.
Uptown New Orleans in this bitch, we VN, you understand? When this hot girl miss, fucking with these uptown gorillas. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Do your thing, girl.
Y'all don't wanna give me my props. I'ma have to lick 2 shots, I'ma knock. Pop the enemy till they drop. Make his whole body go heavy to the hop. Well, I won't stop till I get up to the top. Gotta blow any other state off the map. And I got a whole lot of cheddar in my pox. Better give me 5 mics, give me props. Say you sick of my clicking my shit. Cause I got a whole lot of hits and no tricks. Just the baseline, few snares, few kicks, make the whole industry wanna go and bid. I say you sit, we sit, I sit, while I go shit on a mix like this. Say you spit, I spit, we spit, but you can't fuck with a nigga like this. Check me out. Ain't no nuts, but you can't resist. If you come hard, better come legit. We don't talk shit cause we confident. If you think not, then you're bound to see. Ain't no nuts, but you can't resist. If you come hard, better come legit. We don't talk shit cause we confident. We gon' show you so you best believe. Y'all don't wanna put me on the front page, all the shit I done done. Now you wanna fuck around and grade my shit. Let's talk about the million niggas who big. Yeah, it's only one Timothy from the V, and the whole industry going beep beep. Now I gotta go change up my beats so another nigga won't duplicate me. Yeah, got styles, got shows, videos, and my shows it grows. And I sing, I flow, I blows, and I know y'all niggas know when I come swift with the 1-2 kick. If you got a blunt, got a light, got a lit. Yeah, don't stop, won't quit. And I made 1.67. Check me out. Ain't no nuts, but you can't resist. If you come hard, better come legit. We gon' talk shit cause we confident. If you think not, then you're bound to see. Ain't no nuts, but you can't resist. If you come hard, better come legit. We gon' talk shit cause we confident. We gon' show you so you best believe.
I'm that nigga that told them AKs. BG is what they call me. I be in them project hallways. Beef with me, you gon' be sorry. Me and my niggas will shut your block down. We got queso, put them Glocks down. You scared to come outside. Them hot boys got you on lockdown. This nigga here from CMB. Roll with a click about 20 deep. Cause I made a meal, don't mean I ain't gon' keep it real with my peace. All I have is thugs in my clique. All my niggas, they come off the street. Now all of a sudden, hoes on my dick. Cause I'm on BET and MTV.
It ain't no secret, this nigga be project. Getting paid, that's what's my object. Ain't none of you niggas gon' stop this. Cause I'm about making a profit. I'm all about getting it locked, though. Don't wanna be on the block, yo. Cause bitches be making them cop calls while I be making drop off. Man, Fresh, he hooked me up too. Tell the play haters I say fuck you. You needs to worry about you instead of what to not do. Juvenile done hooked up with Missy. Bitches gon' hate me, bitches gon' diss me. A lot of you niggas gon' miss me. I'ma be here, you gon' be history.
Ain't no nuts, but you can't resist. If you come hard, better come legit. We gon' talk shit cause we confident. If you think not, then you're bound to see. Ain't no nuts, but you can't resist. If you come hard, better come legit. We gon' talk shit cause we confident. We gon' show you so you best believe. Ain't no nuts, but you can't resist. If you come hard, better come legit. We gon' talk shit cause we confident. If you think not, then you're bound to see. Ain't no nuts, but you can't resist. If you come hard, better come legit. We gon' talk shit cause we confident. We gon' show you so you best believe. If you come hard, better come legit. If you come hard, better come legit. We gon' show you so you best believe.
If not, girl, can't be touching my hot spot, girl. I can't be all up in that cock, girl. I'm running with Michael Watts, girl. This is our world, but you can't tell. Just look at the ice in my bezel. My bread is green, but it ain't stale. TV's in a 600 V12 while it be swell, and I'm slugged up. The chameleon be tatted and plugged up. My money be getting all jealous. You gotta move, I can't be hugged up. They bugged up. Selective sounds, the feds is some baller blocking. Watch they knock us, cause we riding in candy red droppers on chopper. You love that. I see your big ass and I love that. Like Juvenile, back that ass up in my direction and let me rub that. Switch your house, no need to dub that. Go get you some Swisher House socks. Go get you some new shoes. Put Swisher House on top of your Reeboks. Water, if you're trying to get rich, go on get some Swisher House stocks. Cause if it ain't platinum or gold, then it ain't come from that Michael Watts.
Water, what's happening, Mike Watts? I'm rocking Reebok with some white socks. Paul Wall be wrecking the mic while Michael Watts be chopping the rice. Chopping your block up with big dough. We about to go hit us a licks. You best to quit running your mouth, cause my gorilla's been known to kick though. I'm Paul Wall camouflage boy with soldier rack on my crotch. And if we get in some drama, Damian Davis carry their Glocks. But Terry off in the garage boy. He ready, you waiting to blast back. Jabari all up in that black lag with the fat bag in his backpack. When the back crack, we turn heads. My drop be making them gold. I can catch vipers if I roll on spare tires and no nut. Watts be bringing that chalk back. You bootleggers best to stop. Look out for this Swisher House album. In a few months we bout to drop.
They call me Big Watts. Homestead is where you'll find them. Lost they
find me, but they can't stop me. All about making the come up. I'm busting on niggas that run up. Gotta stay real, gotta make me a meal, gotta roll in a leg, stay spub. All about making my paper. I'm all about fucking off haters. Keep me a nine, gotta stay on the ground, talk shit, but you can't fade us. How you love that? Switch house 99, baby. That's how we do it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Shuli McCullough, a.k.a. Crazy Legs. Yeah, I got a steam, and you listening to Mo Sports Talk. Down.
That's it.
Hey, yo, Mo Sports Talk. MoSportsTalk.com. Mo Sports Talk is the Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter handle. Please follow us on Instagram. Check out the videos. This week, Listerine Challenge. I think Chris, High Exalted, Never Faulted, is the leader in the clubhouse over 2 minutes.
So that means that the person who wins it has to come up with a challenge?
Maybe that should be your challenge for next week.
I got one. Hot sauce.
Oh, man. Why do we agree to this?
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Hot sauce on what?
On what, though? Red Rooster?
I'll have
Okay,
I'll have Miss Hollywood cook up something.
Yeah, keep doing. Oh, man. Really? Not a lot. Okay, hot sauce. All right. I'm prepared for hot sauce. All right. Mondays, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. You will find us live from the After Party Studios in Dallas, Texas. BMO, Hollywood Cole, your boy DA, Billy Ray on the social media. Got about 45 minutes to go in the show. Give you a quick run through the sports world. Recap the NBA. I'll recap a little NBA. Was there anything worthy in the NBA this weekend?
Russ got his 10th triple-double.
Another triple-double for Russ.
31 games.
More MVP conversation for him. I see Harden had 44 and 7 tonight.
Before they had a 50-point game.
Okay. We'll talk a little Sweet 16. I guess I'll tell you who's involved in it and how I managed to avoid Reggie Miller this entire weekend. So very proud of myself. But in the second half of the hour, we will ask the question: 4 major pro sports teams in your city. You have to get rid of one. We will throw some cities out there and see what the boys in the room have. But we are at 16 teams remaining in the NCAA tournament after 4 days of action. Well, really 6 days of action. We're counting this Tuesday, Wednesday nonsense with this first 4 in. Look, either just extend the bracket out to like 20 and make it 80 teams. But this first 4 in, it's okay basketball, but you have to, you need to remember why they are double-digit seeds in the in the tournament in the first place. But we'll start with Thursday's action. Wichita State, fresh off winning the quote-unquote state championship from Kansas. Kansas not one of the top 8 teams in the nation all year. Beat those guys. They will take on the ACC champ Notre Dame, making their first trip into the Sweet 16 under Coach Mike Bray. West Virginia, I'll take that for last. A very interesting match, possibly the best game on Thursday. 4th seed North Carolina takes on 1 seed Wisconsin. North Carolina will be without big man Kennedy Meeks, but they've been up and down all year. Old Roy's going to do what Old Roy does. I do like Wisconsin. Mr. Decker, Frank Kaminsky. They finally pulled away from Oregon last night They looked impressive as a number 1 seed, but I think in this particular matchup, if you want to pick a 1 seed that could go down on these first 2 days, I think it is Wisconsin. Xavier takes on Arizona. I'll get to Arizona a little later, and West Virginia takes their rough and tumble show against Kentucky. The number 1 overall seed. Still think it's Kentucky or the field, but I will tell you this. If I see 2 teams from the tournament so far that could possibly end Kentucky's undefeated run, it is the aforementioned Arizona, and it's also Gonzaga, 2 notably West Coast teams. Gonzaga will take on 11th seed UCLA. Steve Alford has his boys on a nice run. They've won 6 out of 7 games, getting good play from his son, Bryce Alford. Utah will take on Duke. I don't feel as strongly about this 1 seed being taken out as I do like Wisconsin, for example. Duke has actually played some pretty good ball the first 2 games. They've defended pretty good. I do like Tyus Jones. As they always tell you, the tournament is about guards. His play has been magnificent. And shout out to anybody named Justice. Okay, well, man, Justice Winslow. And as I told BMO, Duke should be one of the favorites because right now they have the coolest haircuts going. I think 4 out of 5 are sporting the Rich Homie Teague. I need to talk to Rush to get an official name for this haircut, but it's basically you nap it up all around and then you taper fade it on the side. It looks professional. I think I also call it the black mullet. Okay, because we have a party on top business, on the fade. But
Reggie Theus had the original.
Thank you.
Yes, he did.
Man, the God, don't you, boy? Let me tell you.
The Mognex, hey.
NC State, a surprise entrant into the Sweet 16, continuing the ACC's magnificent run through the tournament. They take on Louisville and Michigan State. I know the High Beasts were lurking out yesterday as they dispatched of number 2 seed Virginia in typical Tom Izzo stifling defense fashion. They take on 3 seed Oklahoma. Little shout out to Coach Lon Kruger for Oklahoma has now taken 4 teams. No, 4 or 5, I think 5 teams to the Sweet 16. Let's see. Illinois. Cincinnati.
West Virginia.
No. Hold on. Oklahoma, Illinois, UNLV.
Cincinnati.
Oh, man. Come on, D.A. But, BMO, you had your hand up. Let me tell you real quick why I think Gonzaga, for example, and Arizona are best equipped to take out Kentucky if it ever comes to that. In this new pace and space of the NBA, or just how basketball is now being played in general, you need at least 80% of the guys on offense that can attack and score. Okay, Gonzaga and Arizona have at least those many guys and more that can attack this vaunted Kentucky defense. Okay, I mean Cincinnati tried, but at the end of the day, they was just a bunch of fake intimidation and a bunch of shoulder bumps, sandwiched in between a bunch of bricks. Okay, Lon Kruger, Florida, Illinois, UNLV, Oklahoma, Kansas State, starting in 1986. Also had a brief run as coach of the Hawks in 2000 to 2003. But once Kentucky figured Cincinnati couldn't just defend them straight up without resorting to a lot of fake thuggery activity, they destroyed them, okay? Cauley Stein, Towns. I am thoroughly impressed with this young man, Trey Lyles, number 41 in your program. I still think Kentucky can run the field, run the tournament, but Gonzaga and Arizona, boys and girls, are 2 teams that you should be looking out for in terms of a squad that could possibly give them some competition. BMO?
Question I had, and I also posted this on our, social media handles.
Sports Talk.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much faith do you have in Kentucky winning the whole thing undefeated?
Oh, right now, a 9, okay? Because here's the deal. First of all, they are well coached, okay? Man, I don't even know if there's a superlative beyond well coached that we're out here. They are supremely well coached by John Calipari. He has the pulse of the team. He knows these guys. He knows how to push their buttons. That's the first reason. The second reason, this team is criminally underrated in terms of its veteran presence. Cauley Stein is an old man in college now. He's a junior. Okay, the Harrison twins are sophomores now. They've played basically an entire season last year from the beginning to the championship game. So those are guards that you can trust in situations. Those freshmen, they grow up pretty quickly. That's my second reason. The third reason is back to Calipari. Look, if you 1, 2, 3 got messing up, I got 3 more. Probably got 4 or 5 more. They got a first 5 and a second 5. Okay, so you want to make sure he gets them to play with such focus and attention to detail without worrying about them looking over their shoulder every time they make a mistake. Okay,
very true.
So if what's the little guard's name? Ulis makes a mistake, he doesn't have to worry whether Harrison is going to come off the bench or another guard at Booker guy is going to come, and take his minutes. But he also knows, hey, if I'm not sharp, if I'm not with it, then I will be taken off and another one's going to come in. Cincinnati tried it for a half, okay? And then, who's my man? Number 2, I think it's Octavius Ellis. He tried a little shoulder bump, they got called for the double tech. And once they figured Kentucky just wasn't going to back down from the intimidation range, they couldn't beat them at strictly playing basketball. But again, Gonzaga, who has a Kentucky transfer in their midst, Kyle Whitger. They've got 2 good guards, the Canadian Kevin Pangos. They've got Arvydas Sabonis Jr., boys and girls, for a blast from the past name. So they've got some guys on their team, again, in a league where we look at some offenses and say, man, we only got to guard 2 of y'all. If you've got 3 or 4 guys that can test your defense, that can stretch your defense out, that can make you cover everything for an extended period of time, I think you're going to have success. The problem is when they put them 2 big boys up, it's a wrap. Okay, I mean, Carly Stein, Karl Anthony Towns, and the deal is there's more big men coming off the bench. Okay, so I think the depth, Calipari, the fact that this team is at least, from Carly Stein and the Harrison twins, a veteran squad, so to speak, in terms of experience and tournament experience. Even as they came out of a weak conference. Speaking of weak conferences, how about a little love? I don't know if this is love or like one of those weird sideways emojis. West Virginia and Oklahoma, the only 2 teams in the touted Big 12 -2 who have made it to the Sweet 16. We can get Kansas out of here. Got Oklahoma State out of here. And then my biggest joy, let's get Baylor out of here too. Okay? How about you? Listen, I've heard this on the radio a couple of times, heard it through people whose opinions I trust. Baylor, man, for a school that really hasn't done much on the athletic scene, is real chesty. Okay? Chesty. Okay? Your college basketball coach is in the Rick Barnes, Bill Self overrated fan club. Okay? You blow a 12-point lead against Georgia State. Now look, they've had a nice story, and their coach, was whatever, and he had his son, he hit the shot, the game-winning shot. But look, you don't give up the last 12 points of a game if you've got a double-digit lead in a tournament game and expect to be considered one of the top 10 programs, in the nation. Okay, so Big 12 -2. Oh yeah, if I'll be remiss, get Texas out of here too. Okay, Texas, whose highly touted big fella, Mr. Miles, didn't even start in the tournament game against Butler. Get them out of here too. And some kudos to the ACC, whose tournament success has netted them a nice $28 million check. Unfortunately, none of it goes to the players. That's so un-American. Quick NBA run, real quick, before we go to break. Start with Billy Ray. What did you see in the NBA this week? What did you like? What didn't you like?
Man, I really like Russell Westbrook, man. This guy's playing at a level that I've never seen him get to. I mean, I was watching the segment on ESPN, and they were saying that that's his 10th triple-double in the past 31 games, put him in an elite category, along with, I want to say it was Jordan and Oscar, and it was another guy too. But man, just the way he's playing, I mean, that team is currently sitting in the 8th spot in the West. Looks like they're going to make it. I don't know what's going to happen.
I didn't realize they're 3.5 up on the slumping Pelicans.
Yes, they are now. Yes.
Okay. BMO, NBA week. What did you see? What did you like? What did you like?
I do agree with Billy with Russell Westbrook. Also in the MVP race is James Harden. As I did mention, he had a 50-point game and turnaround was it 44 or 47 points?
44 tonight.
44 tonight. So, Dave, you said he will score 2,000 points this season.
Yeah, I had him as I had him as my favorite to win the scoring title.
And he is clearly doing that. I think he's number 2 now. I think Russell. I think points per game average.
Yeah.
He's number 1.
Yeah.
But I think total points this season, Harden has that, by a mile. So that's why I like seeing. Other thing I didn't like seeing was, the play of the Mavericks so far. After the All-Star break, they're like 8-8, and it's clear to see like they're not tough defensively. The game that they had, in Phoenix, they had like a 12-0 run. They came back into the mix, and then all of a sudden, when it came down to getting key defensive stops, of course, they don't have enough personnel age-wise to stop the Suns like that. As far as like the Morris twins, coming out there hitting jump shots. You got,
Are they tired? They look tired today.
Yes.
Okay.
I think Carlisle realized that their team is old, is really older than he thinks that they're not. He's doing as much cooking as he can, but right now things are not falling into place. So now there's a lot of talk about Monte should be benched, which I think is stupid. But
I saw that. I read that.
Yeah, I read that too. I'm like, okay, wow. I don't think it's really that serious for you to bench. Pretty much, maybe after Dirk, the best player on that squad.
How many games is it now? Enough games? We'll go to Chris real quick. Being played to where we can talk of the Rondo effect?
Nah, because I think at the end of the day, it's just one of those things where the personnel doesn't meet up with each other. I think you got an issue when you have two guys that play the exact same way. Unfortunately, one of them likes to score and one of them can't score.
Church.
So, I mean,
okay.
I do see a difference in the Mavericks, though, when Rondo is calling the plays because the team seems to be running the court, and they had success against the Oklahoma team. They didn't seem to want to do that against Memphis, which that's the team right now I'm most impressed with. With all the injuries going on with Mike Conley, Gasol being out, coming back in. I know they had that little rough stint against Detroit, which Zebo called them out, called them soft. But this team won 50 games. This team is 6 games behind Golden State, who's supposed to be the clear favorite team. I'm telling you guys right now, if we look in the playoffs today, foreseeing this, Memphis may be the toughest team to beat. When I look at that trade they made, the trade deadline for Jeff Green, every team that made a big blockbuster move is either declined or slowly getting it together. Memphis have missed the beat. They brought in Jeff Green. It was like, hey, he already knew what he needed to do.
But I think with Jeff Green coming in, you get a two-way player. And I think that what makes it, and you get a player that can score on the wing. Good old, back in the be nice, good old swing man. But with Jeff Green coming in, you get a two-way player, the guy that can score. I think that takes a lot of slack off Conley, with his perimeter shooting. And also with Zebo and Marcus Gasol, they can't come in there and provide any points in the paint. You have a guy that can score on the perimeter, and I think that's what they really, really needed. And also, they have great depth off the bench. A lot of people don't really realize that, and great coaching as well. So, you got to give Memphis a lot of credit. It seems like they're all around. They're one of the all-around balanced teams that I have seen in the West and in the NBA. So, they could be the favorites to get to make it to the West. To the West. Go ahead.
One last question. Celtics. Pacers have 39 losses. Charlotte has 38 losses. Who is your 8th seed in the East today? Chris.
Celtics.
Pacers.
I'm going with the Celtics.
I like the Celtics for one reason.
Gosh, I like the Celtics.
They're a good coach team. For what the talent they offer, guys like Jay Crowder, who, by the way, was a Mavericks trade, I guess you could say. I mean, they're not even playing with the guy that was supposed to be DI, which is Isaiah Thomas. There's been some things going on with that, but they got this guy. Was it Paul? Not Paul Pressey. Is it Paul or Phil? I don't know.
Phil Pressey, Young Pressey.
Pressey.
Speaking of swing men,
Young Pressey. He's out there doing his thing. Avery Bradley is playing. Evan Turner had a couple of games where he had
he had triple-double tonight.
Yeah,
yes.
He's had a couple of games where he scored 36 in the game and had some big games.
Brad Stevens uncorking some Evan Turner, boys and girls.
And also, this is without guys like Jared Sullinger, who's out for the season. They're missing a lot of guys right now. Kelly Olynyk has been on and off with injury. So Boston is a team that potentially could scare a team. Like last year when Atlanta ran into Indiana in the first round.
Yep.
And they played them.
That can happen.
That can happen again because it's just a team that they don't have nothing to play for. All they're playing for is
bonus.
Yeah, and also these guys are playing off of some pride because like Jay Crowder felt like he shouldn't have been traded in the Mavericks trade. So he has a big chip on his shoulder. And he's playing well. You want to talk about defense. I watched him the other night play against, I think it was somebody, he was in Atlanta or somebody in Washington. He shut down that dude like it was nothing. They were talking about that.
See, the thing with Crowder is he was not a bad player at all. He's not a bad defender. He was supposed to be a two-way player. But the thing is, when you had this Carlisle effect that he don't want to run the youngins, he don't want to play the young guys, let him show what he can do.
Can't shoot 40%.
You can't. Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. But at the same time, you trying to mold him into something that he don't really want to be. And you got him out there, playing 4 and 3. He was not in the right spot. But now when you go to the Celtics, you got Brad Stevens out there cooking. Of course, you get more opportunities, showing that, hey, I can fit on the NBA team. I can start. So shout out to Jay Crowder out there playing good for Boston.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Question of the night. Your city, four pro sports teams. You have to get rid of one. We'll run through some big boy cities, and we'll see what the fellas say. Mo Sports Talk on the afterparty.com.
I get your hands in the air and get the clapping them and like back and forth because this is what you thought it wasn't. It means the brothers representing the 30 dozen. I beat the FIO, the double K. And check out my man, he goes by the name of
Slim Shady, brain dead like Jim Brady. I'm a M80, you little like that Kim lady. I'm buzzing, dirty dozen, naughty rotten rhymer. Cursing that you play is worse than Marty Schottenheimer. You whacking in the motherfucker, you bitch style from. You ain't gonna sell 2 copies if you press a double album. Admit it. Okay, while we coming out in the open, I'm doing acid, Arab smack, walking, smoking, Jordan. My name is Marshall Mathers, I'm an alcoholic. I have a disease and they don't know what to call it. Better hide your wallet, cause I'm coming up quick to strip your cash. Bought a ticket to your concert, come and rip your ass. Bitch, I'm coming out swinging, so fast that it make your eyes spin. You getting knocked the fuck out like Mike Tyson. The proof is in the pudding, it's that for Sean Holman. I'll split your motherfucking stuff worse than Ron Goldman. So when you see me on your block with 2 blocks, screaming off the world like Tupac, just don't give up. Talking that shit behind my back, dirty Mac and telling your boys that I'm on I just don't give up. So put my tape back on the rack. Go run and tell your friends my this is whack. I just don't give up. But see me on the street and dark, cause you gon' get stuck, stoned and snuck. Cause I just don't give up. I'm nicer than Pete, but I'm on a search to crush a milk bone. I'm everlasting. I melt vanilla ice like silicone. I'm ill enough to just straight up dish you for no reason. I'm cold in the snow season when it's 20 below freezing. Flavor with no seasoning. This is a sneak preview. I did your magazine and still won't get a week review. I make your freak leave you. Smell the just crystals. This is lyrical combat. Gentlemen, hold your pistols. But I form like Voltron and blast you with my soda missiles. Slim Shady. Eminem was the old initials. Extortion, snorting, supporting abortion. Pathological liar, blowing this out of proportion. Delunious, zanious, spontaneous, sporadic. Impulsive thinker, impulsive drinker. Addict, half animal, half man. Dumping your dead body inside of a trash can with more holes than an Afghan. So when you see me on your block with 2 blocks, screaming off the world like Tupac, just don't give up. Talking that this behind my back, dirty Mac and telling your boys that I'm on I just don't give up. So put my tape back on the rack. Go run and tell your friends my this is whack. I just don't give up. But see me on the street and dark, cause you finna get stuck, stolen, snuck. I just don't give up. Somebody let me out this limousine. I'm a cage demon, on stage screaming like Rage Against the Machine. I'm convinced I'm a fiend. It was sharp while this record is spinning. Clinically brain dead, I don't need a second opinion. I'm dropping the jewel, I'm flipping the sacred treasure. I bite your motherfucking style just to make it fresher. I can't take the pressure, I'm sick of this. Sick of nagging bosses bitching while I'm washing dishes. In school I never said much, too busy having a head rush. Doing too much rush, had my face flushed like red blush. Then I went to Jim Beam, that's when my face sprayed. Went to gym in 8th grade, the women's swim team. Don't take me for a joke, I'm no comedian. Too many mental problems got me snorting, smoking weed again. I'm going up over the curb, driving on the median. Finally made it home, but I don't got the key to get in. So when you see me on your block for 2 blocks, screaming off the world like Tupac, just don't give up. Talking that he's
This is Mike Conn and Memphis Grizzlies, and you're listening to Mo Sports Talk.
down.
That's it. Download this song.
Hey, Mo Sports Talk. Wrapping it up with today's second question. I want to shout out to Hollywood Cole for the Hollywood at 8. Shout out to I Am Soundwave, putting the boys on game. Screw your insider. Okay. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the NFL Veteran Combine that went on this past weekend. Unfortunately, it is in my DVR. I'm pretty sure I've seen stories that are already out. Oh, Felix. But we'll try to we'll touch a little bit more on that next week.
$400.
Well, ran into the homie Chris pre-show, and we got to chatting sports as we normally do, like two real players do. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was contraction. Rumors of 2 LA teams. We've talked about whether Chicago could add a second pro football or pro basketball team. The possible move of the Chargers, et cetera, had this on my mind. And I was wondering, we'll start with the pro sports the cities with 4 major pro sports teams. And let's get a quick discussion in of who would get contracted. Okay. So of course, Chris and I went to the top shelf of the liquor cabinet. We pulled out Boston, home of the hated Celtics, the original 6 Boston Bruins, the Boston Red Sox, and the New England Patriots. We'll start with Chris. Chris, who would you contract and why?
So Celtics are automatically no.
Godfather then.
They're the number 1 team.
Okay. I don't disagree with that. Okay.
The problem that you're going to run into is this. It's depending on who you're asking. Because, unfortunately, in my case, 85 to now, it's all about New England, the Patriots. I mean, Boston Bruins have no sight of winning anything since.
You got 2 rings from the Sox, 1 from the Celtics, 4 from the New England Football Patriots. Who are you contracting?
I think because the sport is a dying sport, I would have to go Boston, the Bruins.
You ready to go to Bruins? Because hockey in America is 4th on the popularity run?
Yeah, because I think right now with the NFL being what it is, you arguably have 2 of the most marketable coaching players ever to coach it and play in the league. And then you have, the Red Sox are the Red Sox, right?
Yeah.
Even without, you know what?
OG squad, won a couple of the first couple of the American League pennants early in baseball's infancy. I'm with it. I get rid of the Patriots only because they're the new kid on the block. I'm trying to look at this from a historical fact. I'm trying to look at this as who has the most fans long term or I guess going back. Yes, it may be a bad piece of logic, but I'm not getting rid of an original 6 hockey team. I'm not getting rid of the all-time team in NBA title wins as much as I hate them, and I'm not getting rid of the Sox. Okay, while I don't think baseball is America's pastime, I do think that baseball upholds its history better than all the other pro sports, and I think that the Red Sox are an integral part of that history. They they get to stay. Billy Ray, Boston sports. Who do you contract?
You know what, man? I'm going to have to agree with you. I'm going to go ahead and move the Patriots out of there, man. I understand the championship pedigree. I understand the whole infatuation with Brady and Belichick as a best coach player combo, potentially, but. Like you said, there's too much history in those other places with the Red Sox and the Bruins and the Celtics, of course, with the gazillion championships they have. It's just too much history there. If I had to make that selection, it's going to be the Patriots.
Bebo?
It's hard because I was told that this was like Titletown, USA.
Sure.
Yeah, of course. But if I'm going to pick anything, and I understand your theory, I'm still going to pick the Bruins. The reason why I picked the Bruins because – to me, I don't want to use this, but I do want to use the "what have you done with me lately" theory because they haven't really won or did anything lately. And you had the past, you had the Celtics, you had the Red Sox, and plus, as far as popularity, and not saying Boston fans don't like hockey, but if they're going to sit up here and do a poll, I do believe maybe the Bruins may be last on that poll, so the Bruins got to go.
All right, let's take it to another major pro sports city. In the Lone Star State of Texas. Let's go down to Houston. I know they don't have 4 major pro sports teams, but I thought this was a nice conversation pre-show. Houston, home of the Rockets NBA team, the Houston Astros MLB team, and the Houston Texans NFL football team. BMO, contract 1. keep 2. What are you doing?
Contract 1, Astros have to go.
Astros have to go. Why is that? What have you done for me lately?
I mean, of course, that too, and plus, I don't see that team as a whole, plus with family being down there, I can ask them this same question right now. Astros will be gone. Astrodome is already gone, and you have a team right now, like, since Nolan Ryan was there, what have they really done since he left?
One World Series appearance.
So,
all right.
That's the only team that will have to go.
Christopher.
The Texans. And the reason why is this because you unfortunately, unlike we could talk about New England sports about taking the Patriots out, there won't be another football team. But in Texas, there is another football team.
Yes, sir.
And if you go there, according to Bun B, who's a season ticket holder of the Texans, he'll tell you there's still Cowboy Nation. I think that at the end of the day, because what I saw as a fan, what we all saw, when Houston Oilers left Houston, nobody made a big deal about it. And you want to talk about winning titles and doing things like that, at least the Astros got one.
Yeah.
Houston Oilers, Texas combined, how many playoff wins they got? Yeah, I mean,
Texas have one.
I mean, really, if you want to use the new,
Okay.
since we're using the new brother logic or the new kid logic, Texas are automatically gone. And also, we don't even know if this team's going to keep that name because everybody wants them to go back to the Oilers so bad. And by the way, the reason why you love Houston in the first place because you couldn't get a stadium. They gave one to a baseball team that was slumping twice.
Okay.
So I think that, Houston prides itself on baseball. And I mean, we take this conversation back 10 years ago. There's no way we're taking the Astros out of Houston, right?
Okay.
Because they had the Killer Bees. They got history in baseball. And they've arguably had some great moments in baseball. I think that's going to be our take because we're not taking the Rockets out.
Man, you know what? Your attendance note that BMO gave us about the Rockets has me believe that. But I get rid of the Astros. Okay, I think in Texas, I don't think you get rid of football. I think football is king here. I think that even for that small amount of fan base that they do have for the Texans, I still think that in Texas football rules. I think basketball is a nice distant second. I think baseball is third. I think Texas baseball is going to suck this year. And I know I don't want to make that a prisoner of the moment as far as my vote, but I don't think that this whole stripping it down and regrowing again for the Astros is going to work. Who you got, Billy Ray?
Man, it's the Texans.
Really?
Let's get them out of here. That could be my Cowboy bias, man. But you know what? In all seriousness, I'm gonna have to go with Chris. What he said with the whole championship pedigree. I mean, they're 15 years in the making. We have 2 playoff wins with them. I really don't see any respect for them in the state of Texas. It's always going to be Dallas Cowboys. It just really is.
I'm not denying whether it's true, but I guess I hear it in it.
Well, it's just Dallas Cowboys down here, and I mean, like you said earlier, Chris. I mean, there are high school teams.
There's college teams
that get more respect than the Houston Texans.
Okay. While we're on that note, real quick, I'm just asking this to BMO.
What's up?
High school, college, pro. Are the Texans a top 5 football entity in Texas?
No.
One word answer. Billy?
No.
Chris?
You already know my answer.
All right, cool. All right, let's switch it up real quick. And I know I had you type these on Facebook. Most Sports Talk is the Facebook handle. But would you trade the Oklahoma City Thunder for an NFL team?
Yes.
Yes. Would you trade Jacksonville for an NBA team?
Yes.
All right. Billy Ray?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes. Chris BMO?
Yes and no.
Okay, so no to the Jacksonville trade for an NBA team.
No.
Why not?
Football generates the most money. And we know that's the money grab, that's the money maker here. Also, I know this may not, be important right now, but the NFL has reached an agreement to no more blackouts starting this season.
Saw that earlier.
You know what I'm saying? So you'll get more viewers, you'll get more money coming in. Also, with no blackouts, that may be, I'm not going to hype beats as much, but it may be a TV deal for certain teams that always get blacked out. And also, you have fans in other cities and other states that like that certain team. And so that may be more money generating in from the works if a TV deal comes in since there's no blackout. So NBA generates the most money in any sport that I really do know of. So I say I'll keep the Jaguars there.
I think it's a yes if I'm Jacksonville. I think it's a no if I'm Oklahoma City. I think it's a no if I'm Oklahoma City, because I think the possibility and the specter of creating two international superstars is greater than it is in a helmet league. I think the helmet league theory that gets thrown out here a lot is a legit one in this case. If we think of any NFL team that has two players in its top five, you know what I'm saying? And you think you could easily recognize them as easily as you could recognize Westbrook and Durant? I think the NBA also provides you with a quicker come up. I know Chris noticed some of this. I think my brother noticed some of this as they was going, into Oklahoma City as not cosmopolitan as it's being sold. I think that having an NBA team and the quick come up that they had, being a contender and being like a spot on the NBA map, has aided in that as well. Next city on our professional contracting situation, let's go to Chicago, okay? Chicago is a very interesting one because an argument can be made that they can support another basketball or football team. Real quick, would you add a second football or basketball team to Chicago?
Basketball.
I agree. But we have White Sox, we have Cubs, we have Bears, we have Blackhawks, we have Bulls, boys and girls. Contract one. Chris, we'll start out with you real quick. We got about 4 or 5 minutes.
Dying sport hockey.
You get rid of the Blackhawks. Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm moving the White Sox.
You move the White Sox. BMO.
Cubs.
No.
Whoa.
Disrespect.
All right, we're going to be the last city on our stop. We'll throw some more out on social media. I would get rid of the White Sox, okay? And I think out of all the sports teams in Chicago, the White Sox represent I'm going to go sound
crap.
I don't want to say crap, but they represent a period of negative history if you look back at all those teams involved, okay? Now contracting the White Sox doesn't, get rid of Shoeless Joe Jackson or what happened in the 1918 World Series, but to me, I'm just going to use that logic. I don't have another logic to use because I think Chris has an excellent point. They have won a title recently, also have the Blackhawks. Chicago, the Cubs haven't won anything in 108 years. But I'm going to go with my Boston Red Sox institution theory. I think that the Bears and the Cubs are bulletproof. I think basketball is an up-and-comer. I think you get rid of the White Sox based on the downward spiral of baseball in terms of national popularity and the 1918 Black Sox scandal. BMO.
What up?
You got 4 minutes. Take us out as to why you would get rid of the Chicago Cubs.
I would get rid of the Chicago Cubs because you simply put it, they haven't won anything in so much odd years. Also, Curse of the Bambino is apparently still afoot.
Not for Chicago.
Not for Chicago?
No, that's for Boston.
For Boston?
Yeah.
But they still
they got the Billy
something.
Goat curse. They've got the ball going through Leon Durham's legs. They've got a bunch of... They got enough to where they don't need to add Bambino to it.
Okay, so performance-wise, nah. Performance-wise, you haven't really done anything. White Sox, they get a pass, but
why did White Sox get a pass?
They won something recently. When the last time the Cubs have been to the postseason?
So
like 2000. They got ran out by the Dodgers like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Okay. But any success? No, they haven't had any success.
There's no success that I'm seeing from the Cubs. I mean, none against Wrigley Field, and I know the history of the team and things of that nature. But you got to win something.
John Dunleavy _23 is a Chicago native.
Okay,
born in '74. Said there's no way you take those baseball teams out.
Yeah, because
you're telling us you're going to convince us Chicago is. So one thing you got to understand about this, like Dallas and Houston, do we think we compete against each other? You can imagine what a north side is. Like, they don't even talk. Like, when they bring up the city, it's called the north side and south side. Like, we know that's the north side, the nice side. That has the Cubs, the Wrigley, the Vine in the outfit. Then you have the Kaminsky Park, Chicago White Sox. You got to convince them to get rid of that team that has probably, since the Jordan era, been the most dominant team that Chicago has had. So, I mean, you convince. Like, my thing on hockey is this. We're legislating hockey off of history. But then we're going to subtract the team that has history in baseball, whether it's good or bad. So how does that work? And to me, if we're going to use the logic of sport, hockey is this dying sport right now. Nobody's watching. So you tell me right now, if you were in Chicago,
you're going to get rid of the Bulls.
I would say the Blackhawks. I said the Blackhawks.
Okay.
To me, if we had to pick a poison out of all 4 local Texas teams, the Dallas Stars are gone. And we don't talk, like, be fun. No joke. We don't even talk about. Nobody talks about Dallas Stars. RJ Choppy mentioned this on their show. Nobody talks about the Stars. Hockey is a dying sport. Unless case you're the Minnesota Wild or the Montreal Canadiens or the Toronto Maple Leafs, nobody cares about hockey in the United States anymore. It's a dying sport. I mean, it's hard for me to sit there and tell somebody, oh, we're going to keep the Bruins around, but we can't keep the Patriots around because of history. Nobody from 1985 on up going to care about the Boston Bruins. I mean, I'm not saying they won't learn the history, but nobody's walking around. I guarantee right now you go to Boston, how many Patriots jerseys you going to see more than Bruins jerseys?
I agree with you. And you make a good point about it being a situation of it going forward. But I think that part of sports and part of the allure of sports is the selling of history and tradition, and I think that counts. I do. All right, I got one more question before we get out of here.
What up?
In a 2-sports town, okay? Let's take San Diego, for example. We have Chargers and Padres.
Okay.
You get free season tickets. Which one are you going to?
Chargers.
Padres, more games.
I agree. I think I'm getting 81. I'm good. I'm getting 81. 81 season tickets.
Yeah.
All right.
Baseball.
Good stuff, boys. All right.
I will go to it.
We can take this all day, but unfortunately, we're all poor. We don't have enough time nor money to carry on. We will see you all next Monday. One more time, shout out to all my Flipside ENT brothers, all my swag hogs out there, all my block beaters. Y'all be careful out there. We will see you next week. Mo Sports Talk on the afterparty.com.
Oh God, bang bang, it's a war of the hearts. We can either make love or we can spar. Either way we hollering out good Lord. Either one don't solve the problem at all. Spend the first half trying to get it on. Spend the next half trying to get gone. What's wrong? Nothing at all. Watch your head, girl, that lie is too tall. Don't go ever do what you want. I'm out the front door, I'm waiting on your call. Forgot it took place, remembering it all. Feel like forever, the moment so small. Your eyes off, you go hard. Your kiss warm, you cold hard. Fresh frost, try to melt it all. Bags packed at home, looking lost. Shipping out, ending up where you start. Carousel at the merry-go-round. Pretty horse, let me off. Shed a tear, but I'm too tired to mourn. I do it tomorrow. When you're gone and you can't see me at all. Boulevard, love and hate, we at the cross. Buckle up, rough course. Taxi, run. Sweet Ozay, just a heartbreak. I like that. Sweet Ozay, just a heartbreak.
Stepping out of the car with my foot on the curb, was putting bread in the meter when I met my girl. The Brooklyn swagger dagger, had to hit her with words. Home cooking booty, I'm from Brooklyn, she from the birds. See that ass so sick, all I want is the germ. I G that ass so quick, yep, I frizzy the perm. What beat her in her head, cut till she be the bed. Yep, pulling on her dreads, sitting in my Benz. Reminiscing, listening to one of our songs. Like, how the hell did me and baby girl go wrong? She was so white, potential, even liked by kinfolk. Moms made her dinner, dad labeled her a winner. She was educated and dedicated to beauty, body, and soul. And her booty so out of control. Whoa, truth is, she loved me but had more hatred. It felt complex, but it's really that basic.
Taxi, run. Sweet Ozay, just a heartbreak. I like that. Sweet Ozay, just a heartbreak. Taxi, run. Sweet Ozay, just a heartbreak. I like that. Sweet Ozay, just a heartbreak. Taxi.
Get inspired, get educated, get motivated, be the change. With Mr. Community, Antoine Wiley, with his new show, In the Community. Featuring the Community Spotlight, the Bulletin Board, the Hour of Power, and the Inspirational Moment. Tune in.
10 a.m. to noon time, Tuesday.